January 2026.
The city is acting quickly to ensure residents aren't left behind while policymakers in the White House and in Washington, D.C. debate.
The Atlanta Community Food Bank says as part of the effort, they plan to buy and distribute 6 million pounds of additional food over the next month. In Southwest Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A man is in custody for attempting to breach the main security checkpoint at Hartsfield-Jackson today. Atlanta police say TSA agents and a civilian stopped Leon Fabian before any breach could happen. Fabian's charged now with simple battery and avoiding or interfering with security measures. Nobody was hurt. Stirring words today at historic Big Bethel AME Church on Auburn Avenue as many prominent Atlantans, including almost all of its living mayors, take part in the Soul of Atlanta Unity Rally. The event, a call to action after recent efforts to force cities like Atlanta to abandon DEI programs. Ambassador Andrew Young says embracing diversity is in the city's DNA.
It's not a program. It's not a decision or congressional legislation. It's a way of life. And it's working so well. The only problems we have are the problems when we didn't rely on it.
Valerie Jackson, widow of former Mayor Maynard Jackson, says people must fight any efforts to rebuild barriers to opportunity and inclusion. A leading Democrat in the Senate says he's got questions about the use of the U.S. military to take out alleged drug traffickers.
The Senate Intelligence Committee's top Democrat says the administration's decision to only brief Republicans on the boat strikes threatens the Senate's traditions and national security.
It's our freaking duty.
Virginia's Mark Warner is furious, and not just at the White House.
Where in the hell are my Republican colleagues who are willing to stand up and say, no, this is wrong?
Stephen Portnoy reports strikes on boats have so far killed dozens of the people aboard. Vice President J.D. Vance leads a roundtable at the White House today focused on how the government shutdown is impacting aviation. He's joined by the Transportation Secretary, Airlines for America CEO, and former New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu. It's day 30 of the shutdown, and both sides continue blaming the other. It's 3:03. The Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams checking your drive in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Hey, Veronica, still watching this stalled tractor trailer sitting in the center lane, 285 eastbound, the inner loop, New Northside Drive, exit 22 in Sandy Springs. Hero with it, but has not been able to move it yet, so you're stacked up as you leave I-75. 285 southbound, the inner loop, that's filled in as well in Tucker into Clarkston from I-85 down to East Ponce de Leon Avenue, exit 40. And downtown, already a packed house for the Thursday afternoon commute southbound from the I-85 400 merge as you make the drive down to I-20. Northbound delays on 7585 from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up past Freedom Parkway. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad, and it's partly to mostly cloudy, breezy, staying cool in the 50s today, falling back through the 40s this evening and overnight. Down to 42 Friday morning, mostly sunny, and 62 in the afternoon. Will be clear and in the 50s for trick-or-treating Friday evening. And then for Saturday, so frost in the suburbs, mid to upper 30s, 40 in town, mostly sunny, and 65 in the afternoon.
56 degrees in Stonecrest, 56 in Stockbridge, and 55 in Midtown Atlanta at 3:04. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Hour one of this week's Thursday edition of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Haessler. The Doctrinaires are here. Plus one. Tim Andrews, Autumn Fisher, George Clark, Jared Yamamoto, and our Doctrinaire at Large, English Nick, joins us.
Large?
At large.
Oh, at large, yeah. Sorry.
No, you're not.
Getting older.
No,
you know how this is.
Not at all.
As you get older, it's harder to keep those pangs off, I find.
It certainly is.
No, he's our thick doctrinaire.
Hey, you call him thick, man. Thick. Just because I grew up on a farm.
I think you kept yourself together pretty well. Maybe the heart thing helped a few years ago.
Maybe. There's a lot less drinking there.
Yeah, a lot less drinking. Maybe thinking about what we're putting in our mouth and in our bodies and stuff like that. So
thinks about what they put in their mouth.
Huh?
What?
No one. They just put it in.
You just put it in. That starts when you're like, 3 months old. It just never stops.
Yep.
If you see it, pick it up, put it in your mouth. Right?
That's right.
Yeah. How else do we explore the world around us?
How do we learn?
That's right. That's the good question. How do we learn?
You got to taste things from time to time.
From time to time.
From time to time.
You don't always want to taste
Not
things.
always.
It's interesting
One flavor to the next.
That actually came up like that because I was going to bring up this concept that I'm becoming familiar with. And maybe I want to become, maybe you can join me. We can do a YouTube channel together.
Oh, okay.
This is a headline from the New York Times that says, today's skinny influencers are selling something more mind-bending than weight loss. So I guess TikTok has every kind of, you should be one of these, George Clark. You're skinny as like a stick of Wrigley's gum. You should maybe, come on, man, you can make some money.
Skinny influencer. Okay.
Well, so yeah, you just say, hey, this is how I do it, and this is how you could do it too. The reality is, it just comes natural to you right now, but you pretend it doesn't. That it's a diet. Fact is, George Clark could sit down and eat 14 cakes in a row and still look exactly the way he looks now. But you can't go with that. You hit TikTok, you say, look, I used to be pudgy, and this is what I did about it. Make up a whole backstory. Become a skinny influencer.
Keep it at 13 cakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. See, you already,
advice,
you're conservative there, and you want to keep your girlish figure, and I can understand that.
You gotta ease yourself off of whatever it is you're doing too much of. It's no good saying I'm not, you can't quit cold turkey most of the time. You got to ease it back.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah, like heroin.
Well, I don't know. I'd never know.
Yes, but also you do need a good level of just willpower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think reading through this, I have all the influencers, stupid world we live in, and all that. But I think what they're getting at is there's some truth to it, which is they're not cutting themselves off cold turkey. What they do, most of them, what they preach is smaller portions. They eat the things that they want. They still taste the things that they want, but smaller portions, which gets to what is the reality if you want to lose weight. This is outside of Ozempic and all that class of drugs, but the reality if you want, yes, you have to move more and you have to eat less, and you have to understand before you embark on it, you have to think of it like a project. Like, I'm going to build something in my backyard, and that's going to take a couple of months.
Your body's an infrastructure project.
Right, and you got to think about it. It's like, yeah, I did all that stuff before this, and I had all that fun, and I'm going to live after this too, and maybe I'll go back. But I'm gonna block out like 3 months, and there's going to be this project where I move more than I eat, and recognize from day one, especially in the beginning, it will be difficult. But if you don't face the fact that you are going to want to eat, and your brain is going to have to say, no, I'm not going to do that thing right now that nutritionally I don't need. I won't die if I don't eat. So it's just a want, right? And you have to just say to yourself, this will be hard in the beginning, and I am going to face up to this. And for 3 months, I am going to move more than I eat. And I'm going to know it's going to be tough. And this is the way you get through it. Because the reality is, it's only tough for the first week or so. Your stomach shrinks to a certain level. Your body realizes, oh, they're not feeding me. And the want begins to go down. But that first week or so, you know, your body thinks there's a drought coming or something. And you're starving. and it just keeps telling you to eat more and take more and more and more. And what you have to do is you've just got to sit inside of that and say to yourself, this is the moment I was thinking about. When I was thinking about the fact that this was going to be hard, here I am. It's right now. I'm sitting in it. And you know what? Now I'm going to think of the things I told myself last week. Right now. That's not stuff I told myself last week. Now I'm in it. This is the moment. Now is when I have to start saying, oh, I have to feel like this for a while. I have to feel like I want to eat really bad, but I'm not going to. You can't lose weight getting around that. And I hate all of these pop diets, pop-up diet things that are crazes and whatever that make it.
Here's the carnivore diet.
Yeah. Here's the deal. Accept it. It's not going to be easy. But there's lots of things in life that aren't. There's lots of things, you know, whatever you do, there's always something that's not easy. But the thing you want from the outcome of it is enough of a carrot to keep you going and getting through it.
I can tell you this week, Eric, alone, trying to get up in the morning, because I work out usually from around 9:30 to 11 every day, and getting up when it's gloomy outside, when it's been a little rainy, I've been having to kind of tell myself a very similar message to what you're telling everybody now, where I'm like, remember, like, you want to be ready to go for the holidays, so that way you can eat good during the holidays and not gain so much extra weight.
Hey, eat now.
It's that
I know. Just relax.
That's
Come
the
on. Why worry about it? You got January's coming up.
Really enjoy the weather.
Oh, you're gonna roll into your 50s and 60s, dragging all this excess
I'm gonna
weight
go to the
around.
gym in January.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I have a plan for the new year.
The plan
I'm
is
with
right.
you, Eric. I'm with
it's
you.
all about self-control. It's the same thing that I have to do when I'm watching, the Buffalo Bills. Like I've talked about this a lot. I was I still was the person that would get mad and punch the wall because they lost or kick something. And I said to myself,
silly.
I said to myself, well, it's silly for you because you're not a fan and you don't feel it.
No,
For
I'm saying,
me,
don't
in
you
my
think it's silly?
intellectually, I said to myself, I don't want to be that person. Now, if it was easy to stop doing that, I never would have started. If it was as easy as it seems, well, just don't do that, then obviously I never would have started. It's not easy. And so when I'm, and all of this stuff that I do, when I get to the game and things aren't going well and that blood pressure starts to rise, I say to myself, this is the moment you were thinking about. You're in it right now. It's not an abstract thing that you were thinking about before the game started or whatever. This, right now, right here, everything you talk about doesn't matter unless you apply it to this moment right now. And that's
When
what
the
it
rubber
takes.
meets the road.
When the rubber meets the road.
Mm-hmm.
And that's and it's not easy. It's not easy to change behavior. But you have to make a decision to do it. And then and when you make the decision, you recognize what are the hardest parts going to be. And when they show up, the first thought you should have is not, I want to eat. Well, that's the first thought. The second thought is, this is exactly the moment that I was talking about and thinking about. So buckle down.
I'm built for this.
I'm built for exactly. I'm built for this.
You're also not as hungry as you think you are.
Right.
You're not as
There you go.
angry as you think you are.
That's not true. I'm hungry right now.
You're indulging yourself.
You're indulging yourself. And the reality is, that's why I said that, it's only really hard for the first week or so because what you want will decrease as your stomach shrinks a little bit and all of that happens. And it's easier for me because I'm tall, I know. But so maybe it's more than 2 weeks or maybe it's 3 weeks for some people.
Well, and it's a lifestyle. To lose weight, it takes 3 months or so, but you want to keep it off.
Well, then you want to keep it off, whatever. But, if you do it once, it's proof of concept.
Right.
If you do it once when you're in your 30s and then you're overweight when you're 45, you at least have in your mind, you go, oh, proof, I did that.
I can do it.
I did that. And that can be done again.
And everybody's
then maybe
smoking. The thing with smoking is that it's
smoking's hard because it's
it's
so
hard
addictive.
because it's behavior. The addiction is the behavior and the
Right.
routine and the constant putting something in your mouth, having it in your hand. That's the weakness. Once you go a couple days without getting any nicotine, your body says, "Okay, I'm not getting this
I don't
anymore."
get that.
Because you're not really addicted to smoking. You're dependent on
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. Because
There's a difference between addiction and dependence.
I have heard that nicotine is more addicting than heroin.
Well, that's the thing. So when you're using it in a sort of pop culture way, then yeah, addicting, right?
Yeah.
Like it's addictive. But when you're talking about it like in a medical way, it's actually dependent because addiction is the ramping up of something and still not stopping.
Right.
Right? Like you smoke more and more and more. And then if you don't get that, then you're like, you find something else to smoke. And then it progresses to something else. That's addiction. But dependence is sometimes tougher because your body is dependent on it. And maybe that can go away. But then like Tim said, it's the context of it is everywhere. And so it's even harder to give up. It's like, oh, after you eat, you want to get a nice smoke.
Yeah. I
After
always think
you're in your car and you smoke.
Some of it is about comfort zone too.
Yeah.
There's something comforting about it. I do this all the time. Life is hard. There's so much BS. I have to
It does
navigate
give you a
through.
break.
Yeah.
Anxiety control.
Yeah.
Well, that's what mine is.
Yeah.
Because I used to chew pencils in school I would just the whole thing, or chew paper, or chew my nails, which I don't do anymore.
Were you being fed at home?
Anxiety.
Oh yeah, but it was anxiety constantly.
But he was super skinny though.
Yeah.
No, not really.
He was a beaver.
Does smoking and nicotine help with your dopamine levels? Like, people, there's
Yes.
a lot of talk about dopamine
At
levels.
first.
No.
Doing stuff that raises your dopamine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
simply any
first.
kind of reward raises
Yeah.
your dopamine. Anytime you want something and then you get it, you get a dopamine drip.
Not as much as a freemium game.
Well, yeah, that's the addiction that nobody's talking about, and we go on and on. We're blowing up boats because
I have that game.
supposedly, that because we're protecting our children from all kinds of addictive drugs, and then parents are handing 4-year-olds iPads and and smartphones, and there's nothing more addicting.
Copious amounts of
a
sugar.
A loop, by the way, that you can never get out of unless on your own at 18 you decide, I'm going to go build my own barn in the middle of nowhere and be off the grid. That's the only way.
I say you're not allowed to look at it for more than a half hour.
How?
No, I say that to my son.
Oh,
We
yeah.
both
Well, you
do.
can control that
Yeah.
now because he's so young.
Yeah, it's against the law or
Right.
just something that he doesn't understand.
Smart. There you go.
Yeah, Santa doesn't allow it. This goes, you make it up.
My daughter didn't want to go on this like science field trip for her school, and I was like, if you don't participate in the field trips, they won't let you stay at the school.
That's great.
She didn't think
She
to go
didn't know
ask a
that.
teacher or something. Was this when she was younger, or
No, this was this school because she's going to that STEM school.
Yeah.
So there's some extra things that they do, and they go on like a science field trip where they like
Right.
test water and catch fish and stuff.
Shouldn't that be a cool thing to do? Like that's like
right, but
we're getting
listen,
out
she's
of school.
Like me.
Yeah.
She's not interested in that. She doesn't want to be out there. She's like, she wants to be laying down in the bed.
I know, but she's in a STEM school. It's all about science. That's
know.
supposed to be something that turns her on.
Yes, she wants to be like maybe dissecting something. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, they kind of ask you to have more knowledge than you'll ever need. Kind
Exactly.
Of thing. You
And
just have to-
and that's part of it too. Like I was telling her, part of being in school is learning how to get through the parts of life that you don't like.
Right.
And having to be in it's like a societal sort of framework.
I don't
You're gonna have to
know.
do stuff
I
you
think
don't
she
like.
just wants to play video games.
Yeah,
like all
it
the rest
teaches
of
No,
the
she wants
damn
to talk to her
kids.
AI boyfriend on the
Oh
phone.
no, Autumn.
It's not really. That's what we call it. It's not really an AI boyfriend. It's
Right.
Is it
she talks-
ChatGPT?
No, she talks to Loki from.
Oh god.
Oh God!
From the show?
the imp.
No, I don't know.
Loki from the Marvel show?
Yeah, from Marvel. She talks to him.
He's a
but it's this
prankster.
it's this thing where you can like make a story. So
Yes.
it says, "Hey, I'm walking into this place and I found this," and she's like, "Okay, what happens next?"
Oh.
And then he says more, and then she says, "What happens next?" I looked through it because I was like, "What is this?" This
Well,
is
you want to make
crazy.
sure there's no sex, but if there's
Yeah.
no sex, that's one thing. But it can still be dangerous if there's no sex.
Well,
They-
I'm looking through it.
Yeah.
I tell her.
I mean, just
know,
the concept. I don't mean necessarily what it's saying to her. I just
Yeah.
the concept of this is a confidant, and it's not a person.
Well, listen, I
I'm
call
not
it
blaming
her AI
her.
boyfriend to tease her. It's not
Yeah.
her boyfriend.
Okay.
She just uses it for like storytelling. But
I know.
I'm
but
like, are you texting your AI boyfriend? She's like, Mom, leave me alone.
but I mean, you got to keep an eye on that kind of stuff.
I do.
though,
I
because-
sneak into her phone frequently.
Oh, okay. Wait,
I used
okay,
to be. Listen,
okay,
you know
those
what?
are boundaries.
I
there.
used
Come
to be
on.
against that, but I think you just
Not
go ahead
now.
and do it now. There's just
Sneak
too
on your
many
kid's phone?
Too
You
many
have to.
perverts,
You
man.
have
There's
to.
too many people out there.
Yeah.
who-
She's not
Are
16.
you kidding me, man? You're
No.
putting if you're a pervert. You're putting contact with those people. You're right inside that kid's hand. It's like parents have to interject themselves.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
you can't expect an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old to have the wherewithal to understand the context of what's going on.
No, she doesn't even know what to be afraid of.
Right.
But I mean, and I have talked to her a lot about like, if anything happens, then, you come to me or you say something, because if anything does happen, whether it's like stuff that she can't control where
Right.
she gets a weird message, or if it's something that she does, if she breaks that trust with me, then she loses it.
Right.
So as long as you keep the trust, like, go ahead, girl, do your thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to sneakily keep an eye on it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, don't let her know that you do that.
No, I don't. No.
So, and that, because the
Because
problem
then she'll
is that
be even more sneaky.
it's not necessarily this thing. It's what comes next and what does it lead to, and then always what does the girlfriend at school? What is she being turned on
Exactly.
to? And because that's how it always is with kids.
Oh, but I think about myself with AOL,
Yes.
minutes online and what I was
Oh,
doing
yeah.
in those chat rooms.
AIM.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. You can't forget that person existed, and you have to,
Absolutely.
and it's okay to, and you got through that and everything, but
That was me. I was doing it too.
Yes.
They were being creepy, and then they didn't know they were talking to me.
Yes.
Who
Yes.
knew who I was talking to?
it was hijinks. It was hijinks.
It was a
at
quaint
the
way
time.
of doing it back in the olden
Was it?
days.
I don't know that it was so quaint. I just
No.
think that now the technology is more effective. And so people, and she
I
can't.
chiseled a dirty picture on a piece of bark and sent it to somebody.
I mean, your daughter just can't know who's on the other end of
No,
that.
she doesn't.
But I would say that I think it's important, and I don't know, your daughter's situation, but the more I'm reading about this stuff, parents have got to make sure that their kids have FaceTime, not just in school, FaceTime, friends, lots of them,
Yeah,
gaggle of friends that are around that they're talking to. Now, some of the problem then is I'm thinking of it in an old way. I'm in a room, or I'm building a fort, or I'm doing something with 6, 7, 8 other friends. That's totally 6, 7. But now the problem is quite often that 5 or 6 kids get together in the same room and they're all looking at their phones.
Yep.
So they're not even doing the things that we would do when we were all together, because God forbid 5 of them find out something online 2 seconds before one of them did.
You know, what I've found, and Nick, maybe you know too with your daughter, like they do stay on their phones a little bit.
Well,
but
ours
then they
doesn't
do
have a
other
phone,
stuff.
So.
Oh, does she have an iPad or anything?
No, she's 9. She has her own Apple Watch, which we got her for Christmas, so we know where
good.
she is.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah,
certain
that's good.
things you can dictate what she can access on that. But we've talked about it. But she has, there's both parents have tablets that she'll be on from time to time doing art stuff. But go ahead, what you were going to say.
What I mean is that like the kids will be on their phones together, like parallel, like looking at their phones. But then sometimes they'll be playing together, or they'll stop doing that and go mess around, do something.
Oh yeah,
I know, but it's what worries me is that comes first, and then okay, we're bored with the phones. Now let's go play in the real world.
No,
Whereas
it's the
it
other
should
way.
be.
It's
I
like, oh
hope
my
it
God,
is.
we're so excited to be with each other. Let's do
Yeah.
something.
I
And then
hope
they
so.
kind of like die down. And
Well, I hope so. I don't really
Play
think that there's
Roblox.
any hope, because
No.
the
So crazy
the
we're having this
CEOs
conversation.
of these tech companies know the psychologies. First of all, they make it difficult for the parent that's trying to be responsible, because ultimately you end up in a situation, if your kid's still 13, 14, and you're not willing to give them a smartphone, well, now they're the odd person out at school.
Right,
and
right.
they're not, and now all of a sudden your kid is miserable. And don't think this is something that, oh my goodness, the way life is. The CEOs of the tech company put you in this situation. They understand this situation, and they want you, because they don't give a damn about. This is something I've been thinking about a lot. I mean, as we move forward in this world, people who want to be successful are just going to have to take it upon themselves. Politicians don't give a damn about you. They give a damn about corporate money. That's all they care about. The CEOs of these companies never once, they care about their kids. They don't care about your kids. And they're constantly putting things in there. So they call it engagement. And they want your kid to keep on engaging over and over. They know that this is terrible for kids. But if you go the other way, it's terrible for them, because they don't get the engagement, which means they don't get the information, which they can't sell, blah, 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 blah. The whole thing. It is a downward spiral. And if people want to be successful, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, if parents want to be successful, from this point forward, you need to understand. You may have thought you lived in a country that was a little different. It's not. No one cares about you. No one that's making money from you cares about your welfare. As a matter of fact, they can have the knowledge that they're almost like drug dealers now, all of them. They can have the knowledge that what they're selling you is hurting you, and that's fine. They just need to sell, sell, sell. Am I being Marxist? No, I'm not. I'm saying don't think about that. You can't change that. I can't change that. But if anybody in this world wants to continue being successful, all these AI jobs, they're going to take over all these white-collar jobs and coding and all that stuff, you better start thinking right now, if you are an individual that wants to be successful, assume you get no help outside of friends and loved ones, because you might fall for it. A politician will. Mom Donnie might have people believing that he's doing it for them. He's not. He's doing it for power. He wants power. Some people in power can be better to you, and some people in power can be worse to you, but they're all there because they want power. This information that I'm constantly talking about, the psychology that's being used, is known by all the people who are famous for being on TV and being tech people and all of that. They can't stop doing it because their revenue will drive up. Because their revenue isn't about revenue. It's always about what's it going to be 3 months from now and 3 months from there. And it always has to engage, and it always has to grow. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing. You can't pass the corporations that I'm talking about have so much money to give politicians, they're not even going to hear you. They're not going to hear you. And if somebody starts to percolate up that is saying stuff like that, you're going to find out what they did 10 years ago that's so awful that you should never vote for them. It's not going to happen. You really do. And it's a weird thing. I'm saying as an individual parent, you've got to step up and make sure that your kids this is the way that it should be. I'm talking about evolutionary. I'm not talking about being an old man who doesn't get nothing. I'm talking about in an evolutionary sense, 80% of your kids playing should be with other kids with no virtual reality around them at all. And we're not like that now, and you can't imagine that's going to creep back. So wherever we are now, if it's 50-50, in 5 years it'll be 40-60. 5 years after that, we're losing that. I don't think there's anything we can do about it because the forces that want it to happen have too much money and too much power, and they're going to do everything they can to make it happen, and they're stronger than we are. But you, as an individual who wants to be successful, you need to take it upon yourself. And if you want to be a good parent, you're going to have to be thinking about this stuff all the time, because all those famous people that you see on TV talking about tech are doing everything they can to destroy your child's life.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
If you have Medicaid and are new to Medicare, you may qualify to enroll in a Humana Medicare Advantage dual eligible special needs plan with a lot more benefits like dental, vision, and hearing, along with helpful support when you need it most. Now is the time to see if you qualify to enroll. It only takes a few minutes to find out if you're eligible. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well. Learn more at humanaduals.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a dual-eligible special needs HMO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the state Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Well, I bet it is safe to say you are sick and tired of home services companies that don't show up on time, don't get it right, ghost you then when you need them later. Hey, it's Chris Chandler. I don't have to worry about any of that because I only trust TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. TE Certified is a well-oiled machine with the highest level of communication and follow-up. They're on time, friendly, and fully stocked.
TE Certified, we love your home.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 3:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour is brought to you by Vincent Financial. WSB's top local story: a former Metro Atlanta mayor who served federal time for theft is indicted for making false statements as he tries to run for office again. Jason Larry stole hundreds of thousands of dollars of COVID relief funds from the city of Stonecrest as mayor. DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston says this summer, registering to vote and qualify for city council, Larry signed documents saying he is not a convicted felon.
If found guilty on these charges, they carry a maximum penalty of 25 years in prison
and more than $100,000 in fines.
Larry just got out of prison in February. Arguments are happening today in federal court as 25 states sue the Trump administration over its decision not to fund SNAP. A federal judge in Boston will hear arguments about whether or not to order the administration to use USDA contingency funds to fund the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, as the administration previously said it could and would do. Atlanta Mayor Andre Diggins announces he is suspending water shutoffs and evictions from city housing from now through the end of January. This, one of the initiatives the mayor is implementing to help residents who will be losing their SNAP benefits come Saturday. Vice President J.D. Vance is talking about the shutdown today. He says that more delays and issues at airports will happen if the government remains shut down. His focus on aviation today during a sit-down meeting.
The vice president says the prolonged shutdown is taking its toll.
I worry about the pilots who haven't gotten paid in a long time. I worry about the air traffic controllers.
After meeting behind closed doors with Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy and aviation officials, the vice president accused Senate Democrats of being unreasonable.
We're happy to talk about health care policy. We're happy to talk about tax policy. We're happy to talk about regulatory policy, but not at the point of a gun.
Democrats indicate they lack assurances Republicans will, in fact, agree to talk about health policy. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
It's 3:32. Live team coverage of traffic and weather starts now. Alex Williams updating us from the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Hey, Veronica, we are still struggling to clear this stalled tractor trailer in the center lane, 285 eastbound, the inner loop in Sandy Springs, New Northside Drive, exit number 22. Again, center lane block there. You're slow as you leave I-75, 285 westbound delays filling in out of Dunwoody into Sandy Springs. You're slowing from Chamblee Dunwoody Road over to Roswell Road. Packed house downtown out of Buckhead all the way down to I-20 with northbound delays from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up toward Peachtree Pine Street. And Traffic Trooper John spots a crash out in Villa Rica. I'm scanning the jam cam for it. I-20 westbound at Liberty Road, exit 26. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. Breezy, cool, partly to mostly cloudy through the day, high around 57. Tonight into tomorrow morning down to 42. Mostly sunny and 62 Friday. Saturday mostly sunny, low 40, high 65.
It's 56 degrees in Midtown Atlanta at 3:33. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
With tons of great options to fit every household, choosing Scana Energy as my family's natural gas provider was as easy as pie. Which brings me to a much harder choice. Which of Mama Bear's homemade pies should I try? Pumpkin, pecan, or freshly baked sweet potato? Might have to try a bite of each and then decide. Sign up with Scana today and save up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
Tara Fine Jewelry Company, just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia in Beaufort. Coveted brands like De Beers Code of Origin Diamonds, Mikimoto, Roberto Coin, fine Swiss watches, and so much more. Visit Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort today.
Hi, I'm Dale with TrustDale.com. For over a decade, I've trusted America's Best Choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks. And with their 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, you can invest with confidence.
That's right, Dale. America's Best Choice offers highest quality, energy-efficient windows and special pricing on custom decks. We also offer beautiful siding, doors, and now roofing, all with no pressure, no gimmicks. Visit abcwin.com for your free in-home estimate. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
You know, every year there's that one house on the street that looks amazing. Well, this year it is mine. I'm Chris Chandler. Wise Guys Pro Wash keeps my home clean. Now they make it shine this holiday season. They install lights along my roof line so cleanly that even in daylight you barely notice them. Till I'm ready to plug them in, the whole house lights up then. Wise Guys Lights handles everything. Install, maintenance, and takedown. And right now, first-time customers who mention me, Chris Chandler, save $150 when installed before October 31st. Spots are filling fast. Don't wait. Book now at WiseGuysLights.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner at A1 Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. Call A1 Garage Door Service, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
All right, English Nick is now. Usually we have the lighter stories, but this just broke. And English Nick, being a newly naturalized citizen, still has his history of living in England.
Nah, he doesn't care about that.
He was
anymore.
reared.
He's American now.
He was reared.
When are you going to get rid of that accent?
Just so we're clear, nothing was harmed during the naturalization process. When you say he's naturalized Nick, like,
he was. Yeah,
they didn't take any skin or anything.
We didn't brand you.
No branding. Not yet. Well, not yet.
Drop your pants. Drop your
Change,
pants.
I guess.
What kind of brand?
Did you get a big T?
Also,
branded into your groin.
I gotta say, seriously, I'm kind of surprised. I applied for my new U.S. passport a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the thing's already in the mail. I thought with all this government shutdown, that would be.
Wow.
Went through the post office to do the application.
Is it? Well, the post office is still going. The post office is constitutionally mandated, but it's private public.
But does the post office actually print the passport? Do they?
No.
It goes to a passport office.
No. Did you get the? Maybe you put it in like right before the government shut down or something.
Maybe.
And it's really just like a long, slow transit that's happening.
They don't facilitate it. That's just where you can go to get the.
That's where you send your application. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So, well, look, hey, don't complain.
I'm not complaining.
Maybe it's
great.
because you're a new citizen. You've been given
Just
priority.
like a new American. Complain.
Yes.
See?
I wanted to beat CNN because we had the story, but I just
We were
saw
so
CNN.
close.
Anyway, you have an English lineage, so tell us the story.
Yeah, this is from the BBC because they led with this about 15 minutes ago. Prince Andrew is to lose his prince title and leave his Windsor mansion.
Frogmore?
The Royal Lodge.
Oh, it's the Royal Lodge.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I have to live in a walk-up flat in London.
He's probably going to go to like
The Buckingham Palace said the king has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles, and honors of Prince Andrew.
Yeah, people have an idea that this happened a couple of weeks ago. It didn't. What happened a couple of weeks ago was there was an agreement that he would no longer publicly represent them. He would not. He would not dress up in the stuff or whatever.
I didn't know that that's what it meant either. I thought it was like having to leave the royal family.
No. But this is an actual stripping of all, and they did that on purpose because they wanted to do the first thing and see if there was pressure. If they didn't want to do the second thing, more extreme thing first, and find out they didn't need to. So they did the first thing, people rose up and said, that's not enough, and now you do the second thing.
He will be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go.
Living in a flat in
Mountbatten.
London somewhere.
I like that.
In a flat.
He will, there's a good chance that he ends up living in the Middle East. I read a story, I don't know if it was Qatar or Qatar, UAE. One of these places have just basically said, he has like they just like, yeah, come live here, and you can live in this beautiful, palace or something like that. I don't know why. Gosh knows what he has on them and what they were doing in the midst of all of this and all this crazy stuff. But I really do think that what's going on in England, it's interesting that this book by Virginia Gifford got almost no real coverage.
No traction.
A little bit.
The day it came out, and that was it.
Yeah, a little bit. But there's a lot in there that is disturbing. I only read like the beginning of her working at Mar-a-Lago. And by the way, she says good things about Trump. Her experience was Trump was the good guy. Maxwell and Epstein were the bad guys who got her out of Mar-a-Lago, whatever. But the fact that remains that Trump and this guy were best friends for a very long time. It's all stalling here. But because of the Prince Andrew thing in England, it is reaching the level now of perhaps there is going to be some kind of criminal case brought against him by the Crown. And if that happens and you get into all that kind of discovery, I think Trump has done a good job. This administration has done a decent job. We'll find out. Are they losing MAGA? Some people say that the Epstein thing is a real thing that's driving a wedge through MAGA right now. I'm not tapped into it enough to know. My feeling about MAGA is they'll put up a fight, and then if the president says, well, I'll walk away from you, they go, no, we were just kidding. And so my feeling right now is MAGA's going to let this guy get away with anything. They love him. Everyone said he couldn't win again. He won. And they won. And they're just going to be like, whatever, we just support this guy.
He never lost, Eric. He
no matter
what, got rigged.
And all of that. And so I don't think that it's going to be MAGA. But I have been reading more and more where there is opinion out there that the Epstein thing really has roiled MAGA. I don't know.
Laura
find
Loomer's
out.
upset.
I can't stand that human being. But the thing that's going on in England, could reveal a whole lot of stuff without having anything to do with America. Now, do our intelligence agencies put pressure on their intelligence agencies? God only knows how much nefarious BS is going on behind the scenes on this and many other matters. But I think that there are some people in this country who thought they had this safely put down who have their eye on what's going on in England because, information, once it gets out, it gets out. Doesn't matter where it comes from.
They'll be shamed because I don't know that you can prosecute anybody.
Well, certainly the shame would come first. No, I don't think you can prosecute anybody. I doubt that you can, but people do want some accountability. And then, so I guess shame, or maybe that actor doesn't stay at the top of the A list, or maybe that politician loses next time around. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it all really depends on MAGA as to whether or not it's going to hurt, the president. And I don't know. I'm reading that they care. I don't feel that temperature. I feel like, hey, he won. Everyone said he wasn't going to. We love him, and we don't care. I think MAGA has a real large, we don't care. All our friends told us he couldn't win twice.
He lost the podcast bros with it, though. They're all like,
Gen Z, I think, is not all that enamored.
Yeah. You think Gen Z is more into the Epstein thing than millennials? Like, it makes sense, I guess. More of a current story.
Yeah.
They're still stuck on the environment. Millennials.
Yeah, the millennials are still, they're. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting because I think that the powers that be are going to keep this thing locked up in this country. So keep an eye on England and see if any information comes out through the Prince Andrew thing. All right, what's next?
I mean, you would have thought that it would have been unlocked a long time ago if it was all about Trump. Biden should have unlocked it, right? I don't understand that part of it.
Well, because why.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, I don't know how many people have seen Eyes Wide Shut. I only saw it just because I watch every Stanley Kubrick movie. And at the end, with the whole thing with that secret society of rich people and the sex parties, I kind of rolled my eyes. I thought, this is rather ridiculous,
Yes,
and then it's like, no, it turns out that's what all of this was. Secret sex, wealthy.
And you notice at the end they give their daughter to those strange guys.
Do they? That's a question of the movie, my friend.
And at the very end, you can see them walk away.
They
and then the
walk
girl
away,
go with them.
but I think it's supposed to be led as a question mark, isn't it?
Well, if you watch
I only watched it once, so I forgot about a whole. I know there's one scene between Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise that I found to be so ridiculous. That's the one where they're supposed to be high and they're arguing in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, here's two people who have never been high in their life. Acting high. But so I got to go back and watch it again. I have to watch it again to really get the whole thing. But I thought the idea was it's meant to be a question mark. Are you seeing what you're seeing, or are they just going somewhere else and they're going to come back to that's the I think it's supposed to be a question mark at the end. They're in a toy store, right?
Yes.
And then they walk away and the kid Well, this is not a review movie. A movie review or a review movie. Hey, that first thing I said wasn't wrong. This isn't a review movie. So don't look at me like I said something wrong.
What kind of movie is
You
this?
think this is a review movie? It's not.
Dirty movie.
That's right.
It's not a sports movie, I'll tell you that.
Not a sports movie.
Never a sports movie. I don't want sports anymore. Can I cancel sports for this weekend?
Sure.
Do I really have to
You can
sit?
pretend. You can
Do I
just
have-
ignore it.
Do I have to
Hang
sit?
out with
Take a
me.
break.
Do I have to sit through the Chiefs beating up my Buffalo Bills in Buffalo?
Just
Do I
Can I
have
hang
to?
out with us and just be on a device all weekend?
Yeah, FaceTime Autumn all weekend.
Yeah, I don't want to be on a device either.
Yeah.
Got Florida, Georgia, and the
When
Hey,
College
I'm
World.
making a lasagna tonight. You can have some leftovers.
When Joe comes over, make sure you just, turn it over.
Turn
you
what?
can watch the kids while me and Joe hang out.
Yeah.
I love the
No
hang
sports.
out.
Turn the volume
What?
down.
Where's that noise coming from the bed? I can't say.
That's us kissing.
That's just.
We're
Eric-
just kissing.
Eric and Autumn's daughter talking to her AI boyfriend together.
Yeah. That guy. Hey, Loki, how come your show sucks so much?
Oh, dang.
Eric, you can't say that to him. All right.
Well, hold on. What's your next headline? Because we're just about to take
Kim Kardashian insists the 1969 moon landing was fake. It
boy.
didn't happen, she says.
Well, you know what? There's been a lot of questions about that. Some people have been saying that, and I've always doubted it. But now you're telling me the credibility of a Kardashian's on the line. I mean, for heaven's sakes, I got to think that maybe, you missed your boat there, George Clark. You should have dated one of these Kardashians. They seem to.
I think Kim is
still a
single.
chance.
Well, hold
Kim
on,
is
George
single.
Clark. Well, no, but George Clark doesn't.
I would never
believe-
do that to you.
George. That's right. You're being I think we're a little two steps back here. George Clark doesn't believe there is a moon. So I think we.
It's a projection from Antarctica.
I just made it.
That's
I'm
why it's
assuming,
the color
Might
it
be
is.
artificial.
Okay, well, there's something, the whole thing's artificial. You know what? All of human history has been a false flag. It never happened.
Now we're talking.
Nothing has ever happened ever in history, and now the Kardashians know it. So we'll explore. I believe we have some audio.
We sure do.
This was
from the Kim Kardashian, or from the Keeping Up with the Kardashian show.
Is it still called that? Because they didn't have to change the name when they went somewhere else?
Yeah, it's called something else.
It's called now just, the Kardashians.
There you go.
Yeah.
We've all been
Jay,
there.
I'm starting at Langford Parkway.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Jammed from I-85 down towards Ponce.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple team traffic on WSB.
Stay slow once you're inside the perimeter as well.
We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
75 northbound heading up to Cobb County through Marietta and Kennesaw.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple team traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
If you're a homeowner in Georgia and you need new windows, this is going to blow your mind. Hey, it's Ray, owner of Window Comfort. I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain. At Window Comfort, I decided to put together the wildest offer we've ever ran. Right now, we're doing buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and in addition to that, I'm going to throw in free installation if you schedule your no pressure estimate this month. That alone saves you thousands, but here's my promise. If you're not 100% satisfied in the first 12 months, we're going to buy your windows back from you. Yep, you either love your new windows or you get your money back. No risk, no games. These are factory direct windows built right for Georgia and installed by our in-house experts. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. Schedule your no pressure estimate now at windowcomfort.com.
Terms and conditions apply. See windowcomfort.com.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL. And Matt, you've said that income is the outcome that matters the most in retirement. But what income streams require the most attention?
Yeah, so if you've got a pension or if you're living off of Social Security, you kind of know those income streams show up in your mailbox. That's mailbox money. It's almost like you're still working, and it doesn't really require that much attention. But most people that come into the office today, they are having to use their 401ks, their IRAs, SEP Simples, 403bs that are invested in the market to generate income. And anytime you're going to use a market-linked asset where you have to go in and decide when you're going to buy and sell to generate your income, it takes a ton more effort, energy, and attention to get that piece of the puzzle right. But it doesn't actually have to be that way.
So, Matt, the number one fear of adults in retirement is outliving their money. How do we get started building income today?
Well, you can get started today. You'd call us for a no-cost, no-obligation retirement roadmap. We want to build a GPS for you that's going to help navigate retirement, and it's going to have a focus on building and preserving income. 770-280-1488. We've got a representative standing by to talk to you right now. 770-280-1488. Our home office is in downtown Woodstock, but we are available across the metro Atlanta area to meet with you at a time and place that fits your schedule. Again, 770-280-1488 or online at retireatlradio.com.
The team at Vincent Financial Group want to help preserve your assets while building retirement income that lasts as long as you do. Call today for your complimentary retirement roadmap, 770-280-1488. And you can always get more at retireatlradio.com and join us for Retire ATL Sundays at 6 p.m. right here on WSB. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts,
Started digging, only to find.
getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for
An
you.
investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding.
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
All right, so we've heard the Toodle Pip headline. Kim Kardashian has now said she's joining the ranks of people who do not believe that Americans, or anyone, I guess, ever stepped foot on the moon. You can go ahead and hit that now.
Yeah, I want to give the setup here. So again,
I just gave the setup.
but she's talking to All's Fair co-star Sarah
Who cares
Paulson.
who she's talking to?
Well, I want to make sure it's understood because I believe Sarah Paulson might be the first voice you hear here.
I'm sending you, so far,
Hold
a
on, is that
million
Sarah
articles.
Paulson?
That's
that's
Kim.
Sarah.
K. That's Kimmy K.
I'm sending you,
You're
so far,
confused.
a million interviews with both Buzz Aldrin and the other one.
The other one.
This girl says, what was the scariest moment? And he goes, there was no scary moment because it didn't happen. It could have been scary, but it wasn't because it didn't happen. So he's gotten old and now he slurs on his thing. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. So I think it didn't happen.
I'm going to go on a massive deep dive is what's going to happen. Okay. I'm going to go on a serious deep dive.
I sent her conspiracies all the time.
What is happening? What is happening?
I definitely want her to be my lawyer.
That's right.
In there, I think that Buzz Aldrin is getting older, and it could be that what he's saying is there were certain things that they were very worried about happening, and it didn't. And it didn't. I think that there was
That's
some
what
stuff.
I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, yeah, well, we had these 2 or 3 things that we, if this happens, you're dead, whatever. And I think maybe what he's saying there is, well, I never really got panicked because there was never really a reason to get panicked because those things never happened. Now, I don't know. People can believe whatever the hell they want. I mean, I don't even. It's gotten to the point now where the world is so ridiculous. People who say we never landed on the moon are just such a small priority of the craziness.
He punched
that's
a
going
guy.
on.
He punched a guy for saying that nobody
Yes.
went to the moon.
And also, at the same, as we get off on whether we went to the moon or stuff like that, I just would like to inject that your president has made $3 billion in the last year. I think maybe that's something to look at and argue about. And who cares? At this point, who cares if we ever went to the moon? We are where we are. We have the technology we have. Who cares? I don't even understand the point of it. Who wins by telling us we went to the moon, but we didn't? And the Russians, at that time, I'm supposed to believe during the Cold War, let us get away with it? Or our lies were so good that the Russian intelligence agency never picked up on that? And the Russians who would want to always make us look bad anytime they could, the Soviets through all that time, they never busted our intelligence agencies and said, we have proof it never happened? I just think it's fun to think it never happened. That's all. I just think it's fun.
Nixon gave them food to keep quiet.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That's a possibility. What do you think about that, George Clark? Now, I know that because of your age, you didn't live through the Red Scare and what the Soviet Union was and all that. But any reason why they would just let us get away with that lie?
Oh, that's a good argument. I don't have any answer to that.
And would you agree with me? It's an awful lot of fun to believe we didn't go to the moon.
Yeah. And
okay. You're admitting it.
And it is fishy though. It is, we haven't gone back.
But we went like 7 times. They were like, there's a dune buggy up there. That's what it is. The next time somebody needs to go up there.
I think we've sent
the
machines up
Chinese should go up there.
I would love that.
And then they should go to where that dune buggy is supposed to be and just be like, is it there or is it not?
We can't let them get our dune buggy. I want it back.
Trump does want to go before the administration's up. So
well,
we'll
that's good.
see if that happens.
No matter what, if it kills people on the way, whatever. It's all about a date.
I hope it rekindles his relationship with Elon. That's what I hope.
I think that they're starting to play footsie again.
They're fine.
I love billionaires.
He's more enamored with Sam Altman because Sam Altman is like this guy. Apparently, you send him into a room, and if he needs to convince somebody in that room of something that is going to make them spend money with him, Sam Altman never leaves a room empty-handed. Apparently, he's the guy that you want to be explaining all this stuff, especially if you want something from the other person. And I think Trump just got tired of all this stuttering from Elon and whatever. Bring in Sam Altman. Let him talk me to sleep.
OpenAI, $1 trillion valuation.
That's $1 trillion. NVIDIA, first $5 trillion company. And anybody smell a bubble?
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow. It's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to MediShare, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they're paying for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up and the cost of healthcare, MediShare has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Just apply by October 31st, and they'll waive your new member fee. You're saving $100 right off the bat. That's just the start, obviously. The typical family saves up to $500 a month after making the switch. And MediShare is a Christian community that shared more than $9 billion in medical bills over the years. It's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second. If you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings too. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 4 o'clock. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this hour brought to you by Hoffman Financial Group. WSB's top local story. DeKalb County DA Sherry Boston announces a grand jury has indicted former Stonecrest Mayor Jason Larry.
The charges against Larry include false registration, 2 counts of false swearing, and making false statements in connection with filing notice of candidacy or qualifying as a candidate.
Larry is a convicted felon who lied about his criminal record while registering to vote, and he then attempted to qualify to run for city council. He's expected to surrender today. Bond is at $5,000. Larry served federal prison time for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars of COVID relief funds while Stonecrest mayor. It's 56 degrees in Midtown Atlanta. Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz is forecasting mostly cloudy skies today, breezy highs in the upper 50s. Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast is coming up. The White House has now announced a plan to cover paychecks for U.S. troops coming due tomorrow, but tensions are still flaring on the Senate floor over that critical federal food assistance set to run out in just 2 days. Senate Majority Leader John Thune objected to a request to pass a SNAP benefit bill by unanimous request on the Senate floor. He then spoke about why he blocked the bill, appearing to be increasingly frustrated with Democrats.
So are they making plans to end the shutdown and reopen the government? Nope. They're going to propose a bill to fund food stamps during their shutdown.
Democrats say they do not want to vote on any measure that does not include subsidies for Affordable Care Act health insurance. The city of Atlanta rolls out a new effort to help residents struggling as the shutdown continues.
Mayor Andre Dickens says the new initiative known as ATL Cares includes a moratorium on evictions from city housing and halts water shutoffs from now through the end of January. But
it does not make your account go to zero, so do not. We want you to conserve water. We want you to pay your bill if you're capable of paying.
The Atlanta Community Food Bank says they are pulling $5 million from their reserve fund to buy and distribute an additional 300,000 pounds of food a day. In Southwest Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A man is in custody for trying to breach the main security checkpoint at Hartsfield-Jackson today. Atlanta police say TSA agents and a civilian stopped Leon Fabian before any breach could take place. Fabian now faces charges including simple battery and avoiding or interfering with security measures. No one was hurt. A dispute escalates into gunfire in Buckhead, and a father is now charged with killing his son.
The shooting in the parking lot of the Far Road apartment complex comes after an earlier argument between a man and his girlfriend, which brought the man's father and Atlanta police to the scene. Officers were actually inside the apartment talking to the woman at the time of the shooting.
While on scene, one of the involved parties exited the residence. Officers heard gunshots. They responded outside.
Lieutenant Christopher Butler says the 32-year-old died from multiple gunshot wounds. 54-year-old Durante Tolliver now facing multiple charges, including murder. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
The GBI is investigating after the remains of a child were found in the trunk of a woman's car in Hall County. 36-year-old Jessica Maria Moats reportedly told her dad she had hurt someone and she thinks she's dead. The victim, a 4-year-old girl. Moats is now booked into the Hall County Jail without bond. She's facing a charge of felony concealing the death of another. Cleanup is continuing in the Northern Caribbean after Hurricane Melissa unleashes destruction in Haiti, Jamaica, and Cuba. Correspondent Jason Allen says the trees in Jamaica keep grabbing his attention.
The winds absolutely shredded them. If there are any leaves left on the tops of these trees, they're all turned inside out. There are even some palm trees where there's just a trunk left.
At least 4 bodies have been found there, while in Haiti, floods left dozens dead or missing. In Cuba, no deaths reported, but the military is now assisting communities which have been isolated. Olive the ostrich and Nagomi the zebra will soon be a part of Zoo Atlanta's African savanna. Zoo Atlanta says while it takes time for the current animals in the mixed species savanna habitat to meet and become buddies, guests can expect updates on when Olive and Nagomi will be on display. The 11th month old female ostrich comes from Georgia and will be a social partner for the zoo's current ostrich, Purple. It's 4:04. Live team coverage of traffic and weather begins right now as we await the return of the Von Hessler Doctrine in just 2 minutes. WSB Triple Team Traffic starts off with Alex Williams.
Hey, Veronica, still watching this long-standing stalled big rig. Been here for a couple hours now. Now a travel advisory. 3 left lanes blocked. 285 eastbound, the inner loop. New North Side Drive, exit number 22. That is jammed up the ride back to I-75, exit 20. Elsewhere, if you're traveling 285 east and southbound into Cobb County, that ride's getting slower from Chamblee, Dunwoody Road. No relief till you get down to East Ponce de Leon, exit number 40 there in Clarkston. And a crash just cleared out of travel lanes up in Swanee, 85 northbound before Highway 317, exit 111. But that slow ride between Duluth and Swanee will stay in place now from Sugarloaf Parkway up toward I-985. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. Partly to mostly cloudy, breezy, staying cool in the 50s today, falling back through the 40s this evening and overnight. Down to 42 Friday morning, mostly sunny, and 62 in the afternoon. Will be clear and in the 50s for trick-or-treating Friday evening. And then for Saturday, so frost in the suburbs, mid to upper 30s, 40 in town, mostly sunny, and 65 in the afternoon.
In this afternoon, we're seeing 56 degrees in Covington, 57 in Conyers right now, and 56 in Midtown Atlanta at 4:05. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. Halloween. What is today? Is the Devil's Day or whatever? Devil's Night or
Mischief Night.
Well, some people don't want to say Devil's Night. Makes them think that they're in league with the devil, so they say mischief.
Well,
Don't
mischief,
say his name; he'll come out.
Strangely enough, New Jersey calls it Mischief Night, but most of America calls it Devil's Night.
Yeah, I know. Some people just there's a lot of
New Jersey should call it the Devil's Night because there's the hockey team, the New Jersey Devils.
I see. Yeah.
No, we don't like the devils. They're bad. Put on the devil.
Is that what everybody in Jersey sounds like?
No, I mean, we're Italian Americans. I mean, this is how it is.
Okay, very good.
Wonder how she feels about that gubernatorial election on Tuesday.
Oh, give me a break with the gubernatorial. Whatever. Gubernatorial what? You don't think I have more things to worry about than this
I think
nonsense?
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you sound to me like you have a lot on your plate. So.
Oh my God, I do. My cousin's best friend,
don't have
Olivia.
to know. Don't have to know.
She came to tennis last week with the cupcakes, even though I said that I was bringing the dessert.
Don't need to know
What
details.
was she thinking? And
What
then
was
she
she
brings-
thinking? I don't know.
She brings the cookies with the nuts. She knows you're not supposed to bring nuts.
Oh, the allergies.
Yeah.
I know. The kids were freaking out. They all were dying.
I hope everything worked out. So,
I mean, in the end, it was fine, but we had too much dessert.
I have to say this. I want to get to this story about whether or not Halloween decorations are becoming too scary. 'Cause I have this is in the New York Times. I have a thought about that.
I would say my neighborhood's got some really scary ones.
I have a thought about that, but I do also want to bring up that this is my opinion. I'm hearing too much. There's too much in what used to be like political punditry areas. Where we're trying to deal with real world stuff, right? Like you're debating whether or not the Congress should pass this or that. That kind of like level of political discussion that I follow. I mean, the day I don't do this for a living, I will never follow it again, but I do follow. And there's just a lot of talk about devils and conjuring up demons. And I just respectfully want to say that if we want to solve our problems here on Earth, I don't think you're not getting any good no conjuring up demons legislation. Like it's not a thing that leads you to answers that can be executed and that can solve problems.
Well, I do appreciate that.
Of course,
but I
I'm
am
speaking
in favor
for
of the government shutdown. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it makes the Democrats look bad. They're going to let their constituents starve.
Wait a minute. The Republicans say the Democrats want you to be unleashed in the world so that they can have a more chaotic world with
devil
no
has
traditions. Does that you have asthma?
I do not have asthma.
You sound like you're just
There's a lot of smoke that goes down.
This is because I'm calling you from the pits of hell.
Okay, well, it's like
Unleash me.
Apparently, climate change is impacting
Make
hell.
America great again.
See, the Republicans are saying, because it started with with a couple of Super Bowls ago, and who was the singer? Ice Spice or something
Yeah,
that was.
she was sitting up there.
She supposedly was some kind of devil
babbling
witch.
and making devil sounds.
Yeah.
She was next to Taylor Swift too.
Yeah, people think that Doja Cat has like made a pact with the devil. That's why she shaved her head.
Yeah, Candace. Oh, by the way, that's the first thing you should decide.
Yeah.
If you see somebody shave their head, just go straight to pact with the devil. Don't. That's obviously Occam's razor. Start there. Don't start with, does she have a friend going through chemo? Don't start with,
was she sick of her hair?
Was she sick of her long hair? Did she just have a thing?
A lot of this comes because
Is she depressed? Don't go through any of those. just go straight to pact with the devil.
intentionally in the 2000s through about 2012, they were putting a lot of that Illuminati, but it's a joke. I mean, they were putting it in on purpose.
Right.
And people were picking up on it and going, well, they're Satanists.
Yeah.
But there's no
Are
difference.
the Illuminati Satanist?
I don't know. I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
okay. But the same stuff in the 80s, these metal bands making the Hell album and stuff, they didn't believe any of that.
Of
It was
course
just
they
'cause
did.
It was all a show.
I mean, we all love Ozzy Osbourne. He's
Right.
like, he was in a thing called Black Sabbath. Yeah. And they, when they started, they were supposedly devil worshippers. But there's just too much. Like when you hear, like, I think I was watching a show that was talking about whatever Candace Owens was saying lately, because these podcasts will cover one another. And so she's like the Sam Altmans and the Peter Thiels of the world. She's gone one further. They're not fully human. They're hybrids. They're demons that have been conjured up. I'm just like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this opinion? Am I supposed to look into it? How would I look into it? I would just find other people that agree with Candace Owens, and this
You'd
becomes,
have to.
is it a propensity of, well, if you get 75 influencers, then it's a fact. Like what, how do you test this theory? Can we put him, like, can we do that thing where he's a witch, and if he dies, he wasn't a witch? Or
Throw him in a lake, and if he
throw him in a
floats,
lake.
he's a witch.
Can
Oh,
we do
good
that?
point.
Is that how we figure this out? Because that's what I see. I see Candace Owens being a lot like the people throwing the witch into the water in Salem. That's
You
what
hear
I
about
see.
a lot about it with the aliens too, or it's
Yeah.
not aliens, it's demons from another dimension,
Or angels. That's what
coming
J.D. Vance just said the other day. Are they angels? So angels need ships now? Is this the angels need metal ships to fly around the universe? This guy's one heartbeat away from it. Tucker said the same thing.
Yeah, well, he was visited by demons. and
That's
they
right.
Scratched his bed.
They scratched his bed. Now,
He also
meanwhile,
was taking acid.
He also says that he sleeps in the bed with his dog every night. He got scratched up. It was definitely angels. It wasn't the dog having a bad night. A demon. He was scratched up by the demons. He believes that the UFOs are angels. J.D. Vance thinks the UFOs are angels. Candace Owens thinks that Peter Thiel and Sam Altman and Elon Musk are demons that have been conjured up. I mean, are we going to solve problems with this line of inquiry? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, I was going to say she's bringing upon the Antichrist, if you ask Peter Thiel.
Well, I'm glad you got
because
that.
she opposes Peter Thiel at all.
Right. Okay. And also, this is a good thing. I brought this up yesterday. So Bill Gates made news where he all of a sudden said, the climate change stuff, it's not really an emergency anymore. And it was the same time that Microsoft is just signed a $135 billion contract with OpenAI. So basically what Bill Gates found out was all these things that I've been saying need to happen. Well, if those things happen, I can't make this $135 billion because we need 10 times the electricity to do this AI stuff. So I put that together myself, like, oh, that's interesting that now that if we do what Greta wants us to do, Bill Gates doesn't make this money off, suddenly the climate's not a big deal. And then also we've been talking about Peter Thiel and him doing these lectures on the Antichrist. And when Peter Thiel the conclusion that he comes to is because in the book of Revelations, one of the things that's talked about is that the Antichrist will be an anti-progress person, like an it doesn't say anti-technology, but it would be somebody who just wants status quo, just stasis, doesn't want things to move forward at all. And so in his thing, what he says is like, he doesn't say it's definitely Greta Thunberg, but he says like, well, it would be like a Greta Thunberg would be the Antichrist because she wants to stop all industry. She doesn't want us to progress anymore. And that's absolutely kind of ridiculous, but why? And then it all, just like with Bill Gates, why all of a sudden the climate? Oh, because if we put in those rules, you couldn't make this money off of this contract with OpenAI. And the question is, why is Peter Thiel pointing out environmentalists and people like that? And the reason, if you really think about it, is what is the Republican constituency that would be most likely to push back against machines taking over? Christians. Evangelicals. So Peter Thiel is out there saying, your first instinct might be that it's the machines that are the devil. But in reality, it's the people who want to stop the machines. So Bill Gates pushes the climate change people out of the way. Peter Thiel pushed get the religious people to believe that we need the machines in order to fight the Antichrist. And These are people who have an awful lot of wealth to gain. I know you and I look at it and go, well, they're already really wealthy. Apparently, that does not matter to these people.
How is
They do not care about the fact that they've got more wealth than most of the planet combined.
With Peter Thiel, how is it that he comes back into the fold again when Trump's back in office? Like, it seems to me like
because Peter Thiel funded J.D. Vance's entire political career.
Okay, that makes sense, because in Trump 1.0, we heard a lot about him, and then I felt like the guy disappeared off the face of the earth, and then
when
came back in Trump 2.0, and now we're hearing a lot about him. South Park's making fun of him.
Yeah, he was always behind the scenes, and in the meanwhile, he helped fund J.D. Vance's career and was probably a big reason. Donald Trump Jr. was the biggest reason that J.D. Vance became the vice president, from my understanding. But in that whole world, it very likely was Peter Thiel and Donald Trump Jr.'s ear that got all that going. Let's say hello to Alex Williams. Alex says there's big rig trouble on 285 in Sandy Springs.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric. Yeah, I've been watching this for a couple of hours now. This stalled big rig. They still have not cleared it. 3 left lanes blocked 285 eastbound, the inner loop, New Northside Drive, exit number 22. Luckily, you're only slow really back toward I-75, exit 20. It hasn't really creeped back much toward Cobb Parkway, so just hang in there. Big rig tow truck on the scene. Hopefully, they'll get that cleared out of the roadway. 285 westbound, the brake lights find you out of Dunwoody into Sandy Springs from Ashford Dunwoody Road over to Roswell Road. You'll stay on and off the brakes as you pass the Truist Park region through Smyrna Vinings heading southbound down to I-20, the West Freeway, and already a slow ride through downtown Atlanta. Sky Smith.
Yeah, connector southbound is really jammed up on 400 at Lenox Road. You're going to be riding those brakes down through Midtown all the way to I-20. Now 75-85 northbound, we've got lots of volume. You're going to start seeing the brake lights from Highway 166 up to Georgia Tech. This report is sponsored by True Natural Gas. True Natural Gas offers low rates, excellent service, and a loyalty program called True Rewards. See for yourself at TrueNaturalGas.com, where they appreciate their customers. From the Colray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Get the WSB radio app.
This story is breaking right now.
Get notifications from your source for news.
If you have the WSB radio app, then you saw the breaking news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Don't miss a thing with the WSB app.
Download it from the App Store today.
Hey, if you're bringing some friends over to tailgate this fall or cook out or having the family for Thanksgiving later, do what I've just done and call Wise Guys Pro Wash. They've gotten my house and driveway, my patio spotless, even the wooden gates out back. They even cleaned the roof, and I didn't even have to be there. The crew used the top equipment in the industry in their soft wash and kept my home safe and damage-free. You call them. First-time customers mention my name, Chris Chandler, and book now to get $70 off your first wash at wiseguysprowash.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
The NBA season tips off, and so does DraftKings' newest fantasy game. DraftKings Pick 6 is the easiest way to play for big wins, with every possession giving you a shot at real money. Here's how to play. Just pick more or less on 2 or more stats and unlock the upside every game brings. The better your picks, the bigger your payout. Pick 6 is available in your state. Plus, new DraftKings customers can get $50 in bonus picks with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Don't just watch basketball, cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code WSB955. That's code WSB955. Play just $5, get $50 in Pick 6 bonus picks. Make the call. Ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier, the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual Imaging's LDCT body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual Imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
You're in the second row with me, George.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Where's Jared? Is he going?
Jared's not going. They have a
Whoa.
long list. He and Mrs. Yamamoto have
some sort of
a
anniversary.
long party weekend. How was your 30th anniversary?
It was lovely last night. Went to Gio's Italian and had a lovely dinner and dessert there, and then just chilled and watched some scary movies together last night. So it was fun.
When you think about scary movies, is this like from the 80s, the 90s? To me, scary movies are from like the 30s and 40s.
We wanted to
Did you watch Halloween? It was a slasher kind of thing?
No, we watched that new one, Weapons, that just came out. It was actually really good.
That's supposed to be good. You see that, George?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, everybody says that was good.
I really liked it. It was kind of a unique concept. It scared the bejeebies out of Tina.
Yeah.
And
that's always good, huh?
Parasitic witch kind of it was kind of fun. Very appropriate for Halloween, too.
Well, anything scary would be appropriate for Halloween, I would
How do you
think,
get
but
scared
my
watching
problem
a
is,
movie?
well, jump scares.
Yeah.
You're not
What about,
susceptible.
like, creeped out? Like, ooh.
Yeah, no, not really. They don't bother
I
me.
mean,
Jump scares will get me.
Jump
Gore
scares
gets me.
Gore I just don't
I'm here
like.
to kill you.
I don't watch things that are too bloody. This brings us to this actually. This New York Times have Halloween decorations become too scary. The skeletons are taller, the witches seem to be more lifelike, and the blood and gore is more plentiful. And
it's absolutely true, especially in my neighborhood on the west side. There's so many people that have like very spooky Halloween decorations.
And then a lot of people have their
scared.
they have their own like haunted house type of things that kids at the beginning of this story. This lady talking about taking her kids, and it's like a neighborhood, and like they get in there and just like there's like blood flying everywhere and disgusting things happening and people's heads cut off. And like her kid was like 9 years old.
Yeah, it's a lot.
She's like, he's still haunted by this. And this is my opinion, and you guys are all going to yell at me, as you always do. But I am going to say that this is yet another result from the fact that adults have hijacked Halloween, a once great children's holiday, and turned it into an adult holiday. Adults, for the most part, care about their kids, but no one else's. Adults in this country used to say, yeah, we got to make sure we do that behind closed doors because it's not good for the young ones. We don't do that anymore. So adults have hijacked this holiday away from children, and now it's all about adults, and adults want to see more and more gore, more whatever. And like I say, adults care about their kids, and if you have adults in your neighborhood who don't have kids, they don't give a damn. They don't. This is a holiday for them. Halloween has been hijacked by adults from children. It's a natural children, at least in the United States of America. I know that like in other places where it really has a religious context to it, there's more, like at what's going on. But in this country, it was a children's. When I was a child, all the adults were focused on this is a children's. Okay, the kid's asleep. All right, now let's go do some adult things and let's have a little fun because it's Halloween.
Some boo punch.
Yeah, exactly. But now all of that is gone. There is no collective idea in this country that we need to actually protect children. Adults who want to run for office will say things like that to get elected, but that's just a tactic to get elected. I grew up in a country where there were a lot of adults who are like, yeah, we have fun with that, but that's got to be behind the curtain. The kids don't see that. And I've been warning about this. Halloween, it was a once great children's holiday that has been hijacked by adults.
Do you think, though, for the younger kids, that they should have their parents with them and have them kind of help guide them and realize, hey, maybe we don't go to the haunted house, maybe we just get the candy instead?
Well, now you got to learn that. But with the haunted house in the neighborhood, if it was 1975, in most situations, they think, oh, this has got to be kind of a PG haunted house because we're in the neighborhood and there's a lot of young kids here.
Yeah, there wasn't Jason Voorhees running around.
Sure. I mean, the most intricate Halloween decor that I have in my neighborhood, the couple that's put it together doesn't have kids. And it's impressive what they've done in their yard.
Bloody.
It's very bloody and very impressive what they put together, but they have no kids, and then
they don't care.
I mean, it kind of scares me a little bit. I'm not
They
gonna lie.
don't care. They don't care.
We put
They
a
don't care if they-
skeleton on our door, a cardboard skeleton with a little metal circle so you can move its arms. That's all we did at our house, and people didn't put up lights. There weren't elaborate
we got
displays.
some. We got some. I don't mind the displays, but I just think it should be for children. And for children, what's scary is a ghost.
Yeah.
And a witch.
I do think,
and a black cat, like maybe it's like that's scary.
And Jigsaw.
And homework.
Oh, yeah, homework.
Yes. So,
I do think,
that's
Eric,
the whole idea is scary. Yeah. To kids. You're not supposed to be trying to scare 40-year-olds with butchery in your front yard. I mean, that's not the spirit of the thing, at least the United States version of it that I grew up in.
I think that what you need, Eric, is to go to a good Halloween party with me.
Yeah.
And then that way you can understand how much fun it is for adults and how I like Halloween even more than I did as
Can
a
I
kid.
ditch the wife? You think you can get me laid?
Yeah.
We'll talk a little. We'll talk
Listen,
later.
we'll work something out for you.
Talk later.
I'm just dressed up as an old man.
That's my,
Isn't my costume great?
Yeah, I'm dressed up as a 61 version of myself. I'm really 30. Do we have, because you were talking and you weren't, now your microphone's off.
It was
Look at
my
you.
bad.
Boy,
My
three
bad.
years of marriage, he's ruined.
Look at this. This is what happens. I had a fun anniversary yesterday. Alex Williams says there's 285. There are delays on 285 near Truist Park.
And there is a 285.
285, I'm looking at it right now. It is there, and it is slow on the inner loop eastbound from I-75 in the Truist Park region. All trying to get past this stalled big rig still in 3 left lanes at New Northside Drive, exit 22. That's also caused some I-75 southbound brake lights out of Marietta trying to get onto 285. The right lanes are bunched up, leaving Delk Road. Northbound, just moderate volume as you make your way through Marietta and into Kennesaw. What's it looking like on I-85 toward Gwinnett County, Sky Smith?
I-85 northbound in Chamblee, you're seeing a slowdown as you head up to Steve Reynolds Boulevard. Now, Highway 316, you are on and off the brakes again until you get past Collins Hill Road. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
2 houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical on paper, but one had an orchard sign and it sold for a lot more. So what gives? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. The first seller went the trad route. Agent, open houses, price drops, long size, and eventually they gave in and settled for less. The second seller, they went with Orchard. Orchard didn't just list the home, they launched it. Their local agent knew which upgrades would get attention, brought in the right team, and handled everything like a well-oiled home selling machine. Oh, and they also let the seller move first with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program. That means no showings while living in a half-packed house, no buyers judging your choice of throw pillows, just peace, quiet, and top dollar. One got stress, the other got smart. Don't settle. Sell the smart way with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. wounds. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now. 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 4:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour is brought to you by QC Kinetics, WSB's top local story.
I think the public should take away from this that free and fair elections are really important.
The former mayor of the city of Stonecrest is indicted in DeKalb County on state charges related to his attempt to register to vote and qualify to run for city council while still under federal supervision for a felony conviction. DeKalb County DA Sherry Boston.
As a part of the qualification paperwork, Defendant Larry signed a document affirming that he was not a convicted felon.
In January of 2022, Larry pleaded guilty in federal court to charges of wire fraud, federal program theft, and conspiracy for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars of COVID-19 relief funds while he was mayor of Stonecrest. He has just been released from prison in February. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens announces a new initiative today known as ATL Cares. It's aimed at helping residents who might be struggling because of the ongoing government shutdown. As part of the initiative, the city's going to suspend water shutoffs and evictions from city housing through the end of January.
No resident, none, should go hungry or wonder how they'll feed their family because of political gridlock.
The Atlanta Community Food Bank says as part of the effort, they plan to buy and distribute 6 million pounds of additional food over the next month. Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is scheduled to appear on ABC's The View next week. The longtime Trump loyalist will join the daytime table talk program on Tuesday, Election Day. She may face some pointed questions from the hosts, many of whom have been critical of the current president. However, Taylor Greene has been critical of House Speaker Mike Johnson over the continuing government shutdown. A Cobb County grand jury indicts a Mableton teen in connection with a September stabbing death of a Pebblebrook High School student. 16-year-old Jordan Hobbs is facing charges of malice murder, felony murder, and more after the victim's 17-year-old David Daniel was found with an injury at a home on Milam Creek Road. He was apparently stabbed in the torso. Cobb police say he later died at the hospital. So far, no motive has been released. After a deadly shooting at a Buckhead apartment complex, a man is now charged with killing his very own son.
Police were called to a dispute between a man and his girlfriend at the 55 apartment complex on Farr Road. The man's father also came to the scene. While officers were interviewing the woman inside the apartment, Lieutenant Christopher Butler says the father and son went outside.
Officers heard gunshots. They responded outside and located a 32-year-old male suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, deceased outside.
And now 54-year-old Durante Tolliver is charged with murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
Fewer Americans now say that crime is a very serious problem in the U.S.
For the second year in a row, there's been a drop in the percentage of Americans who consider crime to be an extremely or very serious problem. 49% say it is a top concern. The same percentage in the Gallup survey says crime is actually getting worse. Both numbers are the lowest they've been since 2018.
Rory O'Neill reports more than 30% of the people surveyed say they're afraid to walk alone at night in a neighborhood nearby, and that's down from 40% in 2023. Federal safety investigators are looking at more than 500,000 Honda vehicles for a couple of different issues, as we hear now from correspondent Jeff Gilbert.
2023 and 24 model year Honda Pilots could have an issue with a warning light that could incorrectly alert drivers about the use of rear passenger seat belts. It's a different issue for 2018 to 22 model year Odyssey minivans. There have been reports that some side airbags deployed when the vehicles hit a pothole.
Yikes, it's too early to tell if either investigation will lead to a recall. A Detroit cop is going viral for making a virtual court appearance with no pants on. Judge Sean Perkins was quite taken aback during the hearing.
Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right.
You got some pants on, officer?
Officer Matthew Jackson quickly adjusted his camera shot so he was only seen from the waist up. The Detroit Police Department has since put out a memo reminding officers of proper attire for court, even if the appearance is online. The hearing this week involved a plea deal for a woman accused of drag racing. It's now 4:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. A fully dressed Alex Williams is watching your drive in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
That is correct, Veronica. Got some better news up in Sandy Springs. They finally cleared that stalled big rig. All lanes are back open. 285 eastbound, the inner loop, new north side drive, exit 22. Looking down at the south sides, checking on new trouble in Hateville around the airport. 75 southbound near Central Avenue. We'll see what's cooking there. Then another slow zone in Stockbridge. 75 southbound, leaving I-675 down toward Hudson Bridge. Going to scan the jam cam, see if any crashes or stalls blocking lanes there. We're also going to check I-20 westbound, heading out on the west side with the help of Sky Smith.
I-20 westbound, you are on and off again on those brakes from Holmes Drive, freeing up past Fulton Industrial Boulevard. Your I-20 eastbound ride is heavy just past Thornton Road. You're going to ease up once you hit I-285. From the Coolway Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. Breezy, cool, partly to mostly cloudy through the day, high around 57. Tonight into tomorrow morning down to 42. Mostly sunny and 62 Friday. Saturday mostly sunny, low 40, high 65.
It's 55 degrees right now in Forest Park, 53 degrees under cloudy skies in Milton, and it's 55 in Midtown Atlanta at 4:35. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
The holidays are approaching, so let my friends at Publix help you save money by shopping on the buy one, get one deals each week. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Yeah, there are BOGOs galore at your neighborhood Publix supermarkets. I love going in there and just following the yellow brick road of BOGOs. Save when you shop with the latest buy one, get one free items, deals on your favorites, and make sure you check out the BOGO deals before you shop. You can find the weekly ad online at Publix.com or in the Publix app. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Just like your car, your septic system needs regular maintenance. Hi, I'm Shannon, the owner of Scorpion Septic. If you're seeing bubbles in your toilet, pooling in your yard, slow draining, or your toilet won't flush, you need Scorpion Septic.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump out charge with your repair. Call for more information. ScorpionSepticServices.com.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. A DUI conviction might cost you your license. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to Medi-Share, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they're paying for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up and the cost of healthcare, Medi-Share has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Just apply by October 31st, and they'll waive your new member fee. You're saving $100 right off the bat. That's just the start. Obviously, the typical family saves up to $500 a month after making the switch. And Medi-Share is a Christian community that shared more than $9 billion in medical bills over the years. It's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second. If you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings too. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Well, while we're on the topic of All Hallows Eve,
Devil's
Night.
Night.
You all right over there? Yeah. Is everything all good?
Yeah, something fell.
Everything stable?
Yeah, thing fell.
You sound like Bill Belichick.
Yeah, fell off of there. We're not talk about it that much. I don't want to do that.
This is some Halloween crime from the Smoking Guns. No, this is, yes, it is the Smoking Gun. So since it's crime and it's a smoking gun, any guesses on what state this went down in?
Florida.
Thank you.
Arkansas.
Why is that?
There's a lot of crime there.
No, there's a lot of crime in every state. Why in Florida?
Heat, meth.
I mean, we've got, remember the
The
whole
wealth
Cat
disparity, maybe?
Poverty, yeah.
Remember the whole Cat Williams thing for like 3 or 4 years, from like 2008 to 2011? We got crazy stuff goes on right here in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, but he was framed.
I don't know what Florida's going to do.
That wasn't him on that tractor.
It wasn't, sir.
North Florida is gonna. I'll be up there, or I guess down there this weekend. It's supposed to be cold, so I don't know. We
Yeah.
might get some crazy cold stories from Florida
I
this
think
weekend.
the colder it is, the less crime. Cold leads to less crime.
I hope you're right.
Because people
I want
just
no bad experiences while I'm
Well,
there.
that's why that Jussie Smollett, was that his name? That's why his story. He should have done it in the summer.
Yeah.
Like no, that night it was like 5 degrees below zero or something in Chicago, where the wind was blowing. It's like this isn't the night that people decide to have crime capers outside. Police. I'm just going to read this because I love the way it's written in the Smoking Gun. Police say Aaron Thompson, 31, last week destroyed about 80 pumpkins. And so they're making a little thing. He smashed pumpkins. That's what he got.
A little mischief.
Yeah, a little mischief on Mischief Night. Well, it wasn't Mischief Night. It was last week. He destroyed about 80 pumpkins that were stored in front of a Target in the Tampa Bay area. A security camera, cops allege, recorded Thompson picking pumpkins out of the boxes located in front of the store and smashing them on the ground around 1:15 a.m. Thompson was arrested several days later after he returned to the store and police were summoned. Always good to return to the store.
Yeah.
Brought to the loss prevention office and shown the surveillance footage, Thompson was asked if he could identify the person smashing the pumpkins in the video, and he reportedly replied, "That's me." Asked why he destroyed scores of gourds, I like that.
Scores of
gourds.
Hey.
Thompson stated he did it because someone was messing with him on Facebook and it made him mad. Thompson, cops added, was unapologetic about his actions, and after smashing the pumpkins, he left the scene just to go to sleep. By the way, the pulverized pumpkins were worth $472. Charged with felony criminal mischief, he's being held.
That's a lot of pumpkins he destroyed.
Well, yeah, and that's why that explains him being tired. I mean, you exert a lot of energy.
Certainly
They
you
weren't
do.
carved.
No.
So they're heavy.
They're heavy. They're hard to actually break open. You got to really smash them down to make that happen. I just like the fact that he says, "Yeah, that's me," and no, I don't have any apologies. Somebody made me mad on Facebook. It was obviously the rational choice.
If each of those pumpkins cost $12, he destroyed 39 of them. How about that?
Well, I think I said 40.
Oh,
something
yeah?
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Jared has to verify.
What are
I
you,
did.
are you verifying over there? Does anybody listen to me when I speak anymore?
Huh?
I can
Huh?
understand
What?
it. I can understand it. I'm sure people are just sick and tired of my voice. I get it. And the picture of this guy is great. It's one of those things. He's 31, but man, he's got those eyes that say crazy. He's got those eyes. Yeah, I just don't blink. It's not in my nature to ever blink. I just stare wildly, intensely, until you decide to look away. That's basically this kind of guy.
He's got great hair, though.
Here's a tip
Does
for
have
you.
great hair. You're right about that.
If you're going to do that, go to a farmer's
He's a
stand.
handsome
or-
fella, actually. What?
If you're going to do something like that, go to your local, your local farmer's market or whatever. Do it there. They don't have cameras.
Well, are you giving people advice
No, I'm just
for going
saying,
around
if
Yeah, but
destroying
then you're dealing with people
merchandise?
that may not have the insurance for it. This is a large corporation.
I'm just saying.
You
I'm
know how-
thinking
you know
of the
Autumn's
person who's
morality.
upset because of
Yeah.
something that happened on Facebook. Go where you're not going to get caught.
Well, you will get caught by farmers, and they're pretty rough.
Well,
Yeah, get off my property.
Yeah, you really, I don't know. If that's the smartest thing.
well,
in the
I'm
world.
saying the farmer's market.
You'd have to clear their table, though. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like Target. You'd have to clear your table. Overturn tables at the farmers market. You'd be making quite a.
I don't want your
Rampage.
honey soap.
Is anyone else surprised that this gentleman would be on Facebook?
Gentleman.
At 31
Is anyone
years-
surprised that you referred to him as a gentleman?
Well, because I don't want to refer to him as a guy like that.
Yeah,
This
how
fella?
about a criminal?
Okay, this criminal.
Yeah, thank you.
31 years old.
Just because he's so much better looking than me doesn't mean you have to give him,
he's definitely Autumn's type.
Is your
I can tell that.
ageism coming out now?
I just don't understand why he's on Facebook. 31 years
Oh,
old.
that's a good point.
Why would he be on Facebook?
He needs you in his life as a friend to say,
Well,
hey,
the
dude, get
the
off of
same
Facebook.
reason why
You're
he's
31.
someone that will smash pumpkins just because he's mad.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. He doesn't apologize for that, and I don't see any reason why he should. Somebody made him mad on Facebook. Are you not getting it?
Is there an age limit to Facebook?
He had to smash those pumpkins.
Yeah.
Somebody made him mad on Facebook, for heaven's sakes.
Be at least 45 to be on Facebook.
I guess it's the old people's place now.
It is.
I don't know. I'm not on any of these things, so I don't know. So, but you're saying if I was on one, it would be I would have settled in Facebook.
Yes.
And I would believe every AI story that's being fed me. Is that?
Well, especially if you were partisan about things.
Every day, my wife, is this true? Just get off of Facebook. Why are you on Facebook? Or if you are on Facebook, which she is, just interact with your friends and don't read any stories they send you. Stop sending each other stories. Here's a good idea. Stop sending each other stories that you saw on Facebook. They're probably not real. And who needs the friction? Hey, you remember I told you that so-and-so was doing such and such? Well, here's the proof. Who needs the friction?
And mute people that talk about politics nonstop, either side. Just mute
Just
them.
get off of it. It's really
I like
nothing
Facebook,
there.
so I'm not getting.
I've never been on. I was on it, and I'm in the beginning with the social media stuff, like anything else. I was like, "Oh, this is interesting. I'll jump on here," and now I have not one single social media app on my phone. So,
Except YouTube.
Except YouTube, yeah. You
I
are
don't-
a
that's
big
not
social media.
YouTube-
It's not
Yes, it
social.
is.
I don't
Oh.
engage. There's nothing. It's not like a thing that I'm. It's not to me. It's television. Okay, yes, but when I watch YouTube, I'm watching it on a big screen in a theater. That's how I watch YouTube. I'm
What
not,
if I watch TikTok on a big screen in
Put
a
it-
theater?
well,
It doesn't matter that I think it's that social media. It's that people are engaging with each other.
Yeah.
With media, you're not engaging. You're just observing.
Right. I mean, there is comment section that I never jump in for anybody.
That's what I mean.
But I
Yeah,
find
you're
that
not
to be
part of
different.
that.
That's different than posting on X, commenting on a video. I mean, it's just as ugly and all of that, and you realize that, oh, I thought I was living in a country with a lot of nice people. Apparently, I'm not.
you are.
Yeah. So, but I mean, all of that becomes obvious. But I don't see it as the same thing as people going back and forth on X or Blue Sky or TikTok even, or that's because the engagement is there. Now there is some overlap. I guess it is social media because a lot of the creators are just people in their bedrooms or something.
So you do not consider yourself a YouTube lurker? Because often people that use social media, especially the video platforms like your Instagram Reels,
I guess that's what I am.
And your TikTok.
I guess that's what I am. It's like
you're a YouTube lurker.
It's like television shows to me. They last between 15 and 20 minutes, and I watch them. And then there's ones that I like, and
You're
I'll go back.
a consumer, not a contributor.
That's correct. Why would I be a contributor? We put a couple things up on YouTube, and I go back 3 weeks later, and it says 119 watched it. I'm like, well, that's not good for my brand because I have the research that says hundreds of thousands listen every week. I don't think that's helping my brand, so I stopped even putting stuff up there. For some reason, people like me in this medium. That's what they like.
Well, radio's the
on
future.
radio.
Radio's the future.
Well, it may be for you. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 75 by the airport.
Yeah, just found this one on the Jam Cam, Eric. It's in 2 to 3 left lanes. 75 southbound is Central Avenue. Exit 239 already stacked up back toward Cleveland Avenue. Delays only going to get worse there. Take 85 southbound down by the airport and get on 285. That's a good way to get around that. Once you get south of there, though, we got a crash in Stockbridge, and luckily, it just cleared. It was in the left lane. 75 southbound before Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224, but luckily all lanes are back open there. We're also watching brake lights on 285 through DeKalb County, Sky Smith.
I-285 southbound is stacked up at 85 in DeKalb County. You're riding the brakes into Clarkston. I-285 northbound, you're also jammed up from 675 to I-20. This report is sponsored by True Natural Gas. True Natural Gas offers low rates, excellent service, and a loyalty program called True Rewards. See for yourself at TrueNaturalGas.com, where they appreciate their customers. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Mark Arrow. I bet the show is more enjoyable.
Local. Hormel Food expected to lay off about 135 employees from the facility they have over in Tucker. Topical.
That surprised me. Hormel, I thought they'd be hiring. Mark Arrow. Really a game changer.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
You know you want a luxurious deck, but you're feeling overwhelmed with so many options. It's enough to make your head spin. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors. Maybe you know exactly what your dream deck looks like. We can build that. If not, we offer design help and expert guidance to create a beautiful, high-quality deck that you'll enjoy every day. Decks done differently, decks done right, with exceptional customer service at a reasonable price. Get your free estimate, Google Nelson Exteriors.
Trust is not just a word, it's an experience. When your home needs service, you can trust TE certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. Hey, it's Chris Chandler. TE is the company I trust to fix any problem once and for all. Their 5-star customer experience means easy online scheduling, friendly technicians, and a lifetime workmanship warranty, so I can just sit back and relax.
TE certified, we love your home.
The agency has arrived in Atlanta. This is Deborah Morton, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate on WSB. This is a huge opportunity for top agents to join the firm that's redefining real estate. Be part of the disruption. Go to InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
No matter the season, Breda's got your back, protecting the outside and inside of your home. It's the bugs inside you want gone. Breda, they handle bugs and critters.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Remember that first paycheck when you started working all those years ago? You looked at the net amount and thought, whoa, what happened here? Ah, the joy of taxes. It could be this way with your retirement accounts. You know how much you've saved, but if you haven't planned for Uncle Sam, you could come up short in retirement. With tax laws constantly changing, there's a lot you need to know to make sure you're not paying more than your fair share. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the Lloyd Advisory Group can help you create a plan that shows you how taxes could affect you now and in the future. Set up your tax strategy session with Mark and the team at the Lloyd Advisory Group now. Call 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Make sure you know how these changes could affect you so you can avoid some of those whoa moments in retirement. Call 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services offered through Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Arum here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
You need to replace all your windows, but some can't wait.
Start small with a single window or one room, and your window price will be locked in. Hi, it's Ted and Jonathan from North Georgia Replacement Windows.
Our fiberglass windows are beautiful, not big and bulky like vinyl composite windows.
Your detailed window and door installation will be quick, clean, and hassle-free.
Window shopping made simple with 0% interest available.
Infinity from Marvin, replacement windows, yeah!
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to Medi-Share, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they're paying for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up and the cost of healthcare, Medi-Share has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Just apply by October 31st, and they'll waive your new member fee. You're saving $100 right off the bat. That's just the start. Obviously, the typical family saves up to $500 a month after making the switch. And Medi-Share is a Christian community that's shared more than $9 billion in medical bills over the years. It's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second. If you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings too. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
They just created that like a year and a half ago.
I am so happy they opened it up.
All right,
It
let's
makes it
know
so
what they're
easy.
talking about. I didn't find out about it till yesterday. So.
Say what?
Sometimes
No,
they have
I'm
it
not telling
closed
you.
off.
Huh?
Sometimes they have it closed off.
No, it used to be there was nothing there. It was a dead
Wait,
end.
What?
It was a dead end.
Oh,
but
even
now,
after they built it, though, they had it shut down for about a year.
What they shut down?
You don't need to know. You don't live
Yeah,
here.
be quiet.
You're not one of us.
you don't care.
You are not one of us.
I mean,
You know.
what are you talking about?
Is this Autumn or her country cousin?
Hello. Hey, y'all.
It's Loganville Lynn.
That's right. Where's Loganville? You know what I mean?
Hey, George Clark. What's going on with this Kash Patel? I feel like people like you launched him into the universe of the reason why he's somebody that we know his name.
Me?
The FBI. Well, I think the guys like you are like, we like Kash Patel. He's a truth teller.
I don't like Kash Patel.
Now, but did you like him
No,
before?
I never liked him.
You never liked him. But a lot of people from that world liked him, obviously.
True. Dogs liked him.
He's like a Laura Loomer who got a real job inside the administration.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Wasn't he a podcaster before that?
I guess he was. George, what was
I don't
he?
think.
Oh, that's Bongino.
Yeah.
So, he's one of these, again, he's one of these, well, we're going to drain the swamp and we're going to get rid of blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. It turns out he uses the private plane for a bunch of nonsense that has nothing to do with government. And this one is, I want to make sure is this The Independent, whatever. FBI Director Kash Patel traveled to Pennsylvania State University.
Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania. Over
Penn
the
State.
weekend to watch his girlfriend perform at a wrestling event. And apparently he used a government jet. His girlfriend's famous. She's a country singer. She's a country singer who's also a wrestler. Is that she was performing? Oh, she was singing at a wrestling event. Now I'm putting it together. Alexis
I was like,
Wilkins.
who is this woman?
Yeah.
Alexis Wilkins.
No, I haven't heard of her.
So I guess she sang at the wrestling
I
event.
love wrestling.
And
Get
the-
on the ground.
And the United States of America.
And my boyfriend Cash.
You can wrestle this flag out of my hands.
Out of my cold dead hands.
In a
With a
truck.
beer in the other one.
Well, I'm sure for
It's just more of it. It's just like you're never going to get a class of politicians or administration people who are going to walk it like they talk it. There's something about power that apparently is immediately intoxicating and almost impossible to push away. And so I've got the power. Here I am. There's a jet. Who cares about all that stuff I said before I got into the administration about draining the swamp and whatever?
No.
I'm Kash Patel. The taxpayers should pay for me to go see my girlfriend sing at a wrestling event. What about that doesn't make sense to you? Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 75 in Hapeville.
Yeah, it's a scattered crash here. Eric, 75 southbound Central Avenue, exit 239, was in 3 left lanes. They blocked all lanes. Now they moved it over to the right side, but instead of blocking the left lanes, now they're blocking 2 right lanes. So still very slow leaving the downtown connector. Take 85 southbound as your alternate there. Once you get past that, 75 southbound, it's improving through Stockbridge. Still a few brake lights starting around Highway 138, but the good news is that earlier crash before Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224, is long gone. Now checking on the other side of I-75 in Cobb County with the help of Sky Smith.
Your I-75 northbound ride into Marietta is a slow one from Delk Road to Chastain Road. I-75 southbound, you're feeling the volume from South Marietta Parkway down to I-285. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
You didn't choose to get in a wreck, but you can choose the best attorney to fight for you. Trust the guys I trust, the strong arm, John Foy & Associates. Hey, it's Smilin' Mark McKay. With personal injury attorneys, you have a lot of choices. Here's some of the reasons why I choose the strong arm. They treat you with compassion and respect. Their customer service is exceptional. They listen, communicate, and are genuine good people that don't charge you until they win. If I got in a wreck, this would be my first call. JohnFoy.com.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts,
Started digging, only to find...
getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
When it comes to buying a vehicle, the name to remember is Jim Ellis Automotive. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. As Georgia's largest family-owned dealer group, we offer car shoppers unmatched advantages, starting with access to more than 5,500 new, certified pre-owned and pre-owned vehicles. With 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta and 17 top automotive brands, we have the selection you want and competitive pricing to fit your budget. But more importantly, we've made the buying process quick, easy, and convenient with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Visit one of our state-of-the-art showrooms for a top-tier customer service experience or shop from the comfort of home. Browse our entire inventory of more than 5,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs, calculate your payment, apply for financing, and even start your trade-in process online. It's car buying on your terms. And don't forget, Jim Ellis buys cars too. It's a safe and easy way to get maximum value for your car. To get started, visit JimEllis.com. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
It's 5 o'clock. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this hour brought to you by Nelson Exteriors. WSB's top local story, help for Atlanta residents facing hard times because of the government shutdown.
It's being called ATL Cares. The initiative announced today by Mayor Dickens includes a moratorium on water shutoffs and evictions from city housing because of non-payment through January 2026.
The city is acting quickly to ensure residents aren't left behind while policymakers in the White House and in Washington, D.C. debate.
The Atlanta Community Food Bank says as part of the effort, they plan to buy and distribute 6 million pounds of additional food over the next month. In Southwest Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It is 55 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta. Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz says clouds continue throughout the afternoon and evening as highs in the upper 50s give way to the 40s overnight. The Halloween forecast straight ahead in Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A former Metro Atlanta mayor who served federal time for theft is indicted for making false statements as he tries to run for office again. Jason Larry stole hundreds of thousands of dollars of COVID relief funds as mayor of the city of Stonecrest. DeKalb County DA Sherry Boston says this summer, registering to vote and qualify for a city council run, Larry signed documents saying he is not a convicted felon.
I think it's pretty bold for any elected official that has been convicted recently of a felony that was covered extensively by the media, and it's no secret to anyone in the DeKalb County community to, once being released from federal prison, the first thing they decide to do is to run for office.
And Larry was just released from prison in February. He was set to surrender today, and the DA's office said they agreed with his lawyer for a $5,000 bond. A Georgia lawmaker is scheduled to appear on ABC's roundtable show, The View. Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is on the guest list for next Tuesday, Election Day. A Cobb County grand jury indicts a Mableton teenager in connection with September's stabbing death of a Pebblebrook High School student. 16-year-old Jordan Hobbs faces charges of malice murder, possession of a knife during the commission of a felony, and more. 17-year-old David Daniel was found with an injury to his torso at a home on Milan Creek Road. Cobb police say he later died at the hospital, and investigators so far have not released a motive in the case. The Atlanta Beltline celebrates the opening of a key segment on the West Side Trail. Councilman Dustin Hillis says the 0.8 of a mile segment 5 connects residents in the Blandtown neighborhood to a 7-mile stretch of the trail.
Every section we open and every foot of trail we build brings us one step closer to a more connected, equitable, and thriving Atlanta.
Beltline leaders have a goal to complete 85% of the 22-mile loop in time for the FIFA World Cup next summer. Careful whom you pick on social media to do work around your house. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office says a man offering handyman services on Nextdoor and Facebook would take deposits from homeowners through Zelle and then simply vanish. Jeffrey Jones is facing multiple charges now, including theft by taking, theft by conversion, and theft by deception. So far, as many as 4 victims have been identified, and police say there may be more. Nearly every living former Atlanta mayor joins a crowd for today's Soul of Atlanta Unity Rally. It's a call to action after recent efforts to force cities like Atlanta to abandon diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Ambassador Andrew Young says embracing diversity is in the city's DNA.
Whatever they call it, I don't even know what the initials stand for, because we don't need initials. We have it in the spirit and in the heart and in the mind of Atlanta.
Current Mayor Andre Dickens says the next opportunity to speak out comes Tuesday at the ballot box. Here's yet another reason to make sure you get the flu and COVID vaccines. The risk of heart attacks and strokes rises significantly in the weeks after catching flu or COVID. A UCLA study finds both flu and COVID, as well as chronic infections like HIV, raise the risk for serious cardiovascular events. It's 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. But first, we're going to start off your WSB Triple Team traffic look now with Alex Williams.
Hey, Veronica, we are still watching this crash down in Hapeville. Luckily now just a right lane blocked here. I-75 southbound Central Avenue, exit 239. Still jammed up, though, as you leave the 75-85 split there near Langford Parkway. I-85 southbound will still save you some time until this crash is totally cleared. And I just found a new trouble in DeKalb County. Stalled out Big Rig, only the left lane getting by here. I-20 westbound, Panola Road, exit 71. Covington Highway is a good alternate there. And it's still a slow afternoon and evening through downtown Atlanta, Sky Smith.
Yeah, starting on I-75 southbound, you're seeing lots and lots of volume and some brake light action from Morris Mill Road. And your ride from 400 is stacked up before Lenox Road all the way down to I-20. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now, Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, brought to you by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Clearing skies, we head through this evening and overnight. Chilly by Friday morning, down to 42, some upper 30s in the suburbs. Mostly sunny with a high of 62, and then falling through the 50s under a clear sky for trick-or-treating Friday evening. For Saturday, low 40 in town, some mid to upper 30s in the suburbs. Mostly sunny with a high of 65. And now my 5-day forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Partly cloudy Monday, low 46, high 64. 20% chance of a few showers. Mostly sunny Tuesday, low 48, high 68. Recapping the forecast for this evening, under a clearing sky will be chilly, falling through the 40s. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
It's 56 degrees in Lithonia, 52 in Beaufort, and 55 in Midtown Atlanta at 5:05. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. So the president met with Xi, who is the Chinese president.
Xi from China.
Sheila. Remember that song?
Sheila.
Oh, Sheila.
No, I remember that.
She's my little Sheila. Oh, I want the Buddy Holly knockoff, Tommy Rowe.
No, there was. I think it was a group out of Atlanta. They had a one-time hit.
The Atlanta Rhythm
I believe it was called Sheila. Sheila on something like that.
I don't recall.
I feel like I met this person.
The producers.
The producers. Thank you. I believe they are from Atlanta, Georgia. At least one of them was, because I met him when I
One
first
of
got
our
here.
fans, Wes, was actually just telling me about them.
The producers?
Yeah.
Do they have a good catalog?
He was telling me that they're great.
Well, a lot of times, you just know a band from one big hit they had, and you just assume, they only had, and then you find out that they have like 5 great albums. So maybe the producers fall into that category. I met somebody from the producers back in the 90s, and he was a super nice dude. It was right after I got here to Atlanta, so I don't know if they were all from here.
Why didn't you keep in touch?
Well, we were never at a, let's get each other's digits.
Oh, okay.
He was, I
You didn't get
believe,
he
he was
jersey?
managing a band that was on the show, and that's how I met him. Any more questions?
What was the band?
I couldn't even remember this band. You think I would remember that band? I have no idea. So yeah, he met with Xi, and now supposedly we're dropping some of the tariffs. I read it's like from 57% to 47% on most things.
It's down 10%.
But down, and China supposedly has said they're gonna help with the rare earth minerals. And they're gonna buy a bunch of soy boys.
Soy boys, they can have them all.
They can have them all. Bunch of soybeans, and it all just seems like garbage to me. I don't think he got anything.
He loved the meeting.
Yeah, I know.
He's so great.
Yeah.
Overall, I guess on the scale of from 0 to 10, with 10 being the best, I would say the meeting was a 12. Okay, I think it was a 12.
Shocking.
China promised to ease some of the controls it imposed on exports of processed rare earth minerals for 1 year. They agreed to buy large amounts of U.S. soybeans. That's great, but that's not an agreement. That's like right now. trade agreements are supposed to last for like 10 years.
10
It's
minutes.
It can't be. It's like, didn't look this up because I cannot remember the actual number, but I think South Korea just paid us money to drop the tariffs.
So bribery it is.
I don't know. It's not. I don't know that it's bribery. It's just like, hey, we'll pay you to drop the tariffs. And he said, okay. And I think it's like $350 billion. South Korea able to do that? Do they have that kind of money? But I can't remember the exact number.
$350 billion. South Korea effectively agreed to provide $350 billion in investments to the United States in exchange for the U.S. reducing tariffs on South Korean auto and auto parts.
But see, here's the thing: it's like it's not like you flip a switch and it's like, all right, there's $350 billion. We're good. It's a long process, and there's red tape, and what do they buy, and where do they put the money, and
Well, maybe the
while that's
diplomats
going
did all
on,
that before the dog and pony show.
Well, why isn't it laid out to what's going to happen? It's insane that that's the way. I guess he's known as a deal maker, but they're going to pay us $350 billion so that we drop the tariffs. Okay, that's a one-time thing, and I have to believe that we're ever actually going to see all that money. Are we going to see some of that money? Sure. Are we going to see $70 billion? Probably. But are we actually going to see $350 billion? If you go back to the first administration, there's a lot of these deals, and they never came through. China was supposed to buy a whole bunch of this or that, and they never did.
Apparently with South Korea, the big thing is that we're now going to build a lot of ships here in the U.S. and we'll get
they're going to buy, and they're going to buy them.
Yes.
That we're letting them build a nuclear. We're going to build a nuclear submarine,
right,
for them.
But that's not going to cost them $350 billion. It's got to be other stuff beyond that. I mean, what can that be? A mere $100 billion?
It says there's a 1-year truce which can be extended for tariffs and trade.
Yeah, but I mean,
I changed my mind.
It's all about right now. My understanding of trade deals that do you any good is they're supposed to be like, okay, for the next 10 years, 10, 15, then people can settle in, businesses can grow, we can hire people knowing that tomorrow things aren't going to change drastically. And then there's the other side of it, it was the fentanyl. They made an agreement that China said that they'll go after like the chemicals that make up fentanyl. But that's BS. Most people don't know this, but the way that this works, it's much like the reason that Delta 9, right, is that what it's called, Delta 9?
Yeah.
In Georgia is legal is because the thing that's illegal is a particular chemical composite,
molecule.
the molecules
Yeah, it used to be
together.
Delta 8.
How they, yeah. And so what would happen if you come in and go, Delta 9, we've outlawed that particular chemical construction. They just change one little thing, and it becomes illegal again. It becomes illegal again because when you make a chemical composition illegal, it's that particular boundary bunch of chemicals in a particular way. That's what you make illegal. You change one little thing on the edge, which doesn't change the high that people get or anything like that, and suddenly you're back in legal. And that's what China is going to be able to say. Hey, Trump, we made this thing that you didn't like illegal. But they're just going to do something else. So
Gentanol.
Yeah, it just ends up. Yeah, it just ends up being just a bunch of BS, like everything else. Just a bunch of BS. Trade deals are not this. Hey, if I give you $350 billion, that's not a trade deal.
At the bottom of this, it says this deal mirrors similar deals with Japan. $550 billion investment for 15%.
Yeah, I told you yesterday, Japan doesn't have this kind of money. Does South Korea even? I mean, it represents a great deal. I think wasn't it like? Did I say the other day the number was? It's something like 4% of South Korea's GDP, $350 billion. It's just like, and you saw like when he was in South Korea. Was it South Korea where they gave him the crown, the gold crown, and all that? It's like, you can see what's happening. I mean, I'm not in the movement, therefore I can see what's happening because I'm objective. If you're inside and MAGA's your whole life and you've got paraphernalia all over your walls, you're too close in, to see what's going on. But what's going on with world leaders, with Republicans even right now, more establishment Republicans, with what?
This is pretty much just your point about the GDP and stuff. So $350 billion is what they've promised us. Their GDP is $1.7 trillion. So $350 billion would be 20% of that.
Yeah, it's not. They're really going to give us 20% of what they have.
Is that for things they're buying?
Yeah,
That money, or they're just going to hand over money?
Investments and things.
Investments and buying
Okay.
whatever, but that pool that they have to pull from
is small.
This is 20% of that. These are smaller countries.
But AI, something like that's going to make everybody's GDP explode.
Is that true? Yeah, it's gonna solve everything, isn't it? Just gonna solve everything. And so the point that I was making is that the foreign leaders, even a lot of Republicans who are more established, and especially these tech giants, Tim Cook and Zuckerberg, and these people. This is what I was thinking of. People get upset about this. It's just a metaphor. They recognize that the only way to deal with Trump is to grovel and to make him feel like he's the most important, greatest, most wonderful person who's ever lived. And so when they and it's really and you see the Republicans like in the Senate, whatever, they don't really agree with all this stuff.
They're just sitting
they've just seen other Republicans get their heads cut off if they just say anything against Trump. So they're just they're playing their game, and they just talk about how wonderful he is so that he doesn't come chop their head off. And you can see this happening with the foreign leaders. You can see it happening. And for me, the metaphor that I thought of that's really going to piss people off is like, I was thinking like, if an orangutan, I shouldn't do that because then people go, oh, you're saying, I'm trying to make a metaphor here. What's an animal that could be angry if not fed?
A chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any animal.
I
A
know,
wild
but
dog.
I'm trying to get it here. I don't want to give some dummy. He said the president was an
A giraffe.
orangutan.
A wild
Angry,
dog.
A hungry giraffe.
A goldfish. Well, they're also orange.
The reason I was going to say, anyway, I was just, if it was an orangutan he's taken over the nuclear facilities, you keep giving him bananas. You just keep them happy. That's what I see. It's like the whole thing is this wild person that we cannot predict. We have the only thing we know about this person who is in charge of the most important country on earth right now is he likes to be flattered. And if you flatter him, he doesn't go after you and like wipe out your entire, year's worth of something with some whim. So just keep feeding him bananas. That's what the crown from the South Korea, that's what the little gift that Tim Cook gave him. It's just keep feeding him bananas, keep him happy. He's only guarding the nuclear warheads for 3 more years. I just really think that that's what's going on. It's so obvious to me.
I think, George, you're about to hit this. We've got some cherry trees, too, from Japan.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We've always had, like, exchanges of gifts.
But it's
and stuff.
for the beautification of D.C.
I love the cherry trees.
We have the annual cherry blossom festival.
I won't cut it down either.
It was, and those came as a gift initially from Japan, I believe. So but you're right. It's more like when they give the cherry trees for your great vision of having a more beautiful DC that only you, and if you had never been born, it wouldn't be happening. And then he's like, you know what? Drop those tariffs 10%. I'm feeling pretty good. Alex Williams is checking the slow ride around 285.
Yeah, it's a rough Thursday this afternoon, Eric. 285 east and southbound. The brake lights find you on the north side perimeter from Georgia 400. Not going to find any relief from that brake pedal until you get down to East Ponce, exit 40 there in Clarkston. 285 westbound. That's a slow ride as well from Georgia 400 in Sandy Springs over to new north side Powers Ferry, exit 22. And then the slow traffic continues. Actually gets a little bit slower once you pass I-75 as you head southbound through Smyrna Bindings. The closer you get to I-20, the West Freeway, though, things will start to improve. And we got a big jam on I-20 over on the east side, Sky Smith.
There's a stalled out tractor trailer blocking 2 right lanes on I-20 westbound at Panola Road, backing you up into Lithonia. You can use Covington Highway as an alternate route. This report is sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Don't be late because you crowdsourced your commute with a navigation app.
This might become a travel advisory. Yeah, they're in 2 left lanes
Depend on us.
Some delays if they shut that ramp down.
Make sure you get where you need to be on time.
Jam starting at Langford Parkway, getting past Spring Street.
Local and dependable traffic 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We had a lot going on this morning through Henry County.
WSB Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
The holidays are approaching, so let my friends at Publix help you save money by shopping on the buy one, get one deals each week. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Yeah, there are BOGOs galore at your neighborhood Publix supermarkets. I love going in there and just following the yellow brick road of BOGOs. Save when you shop with the latest buy one, get one free items, deals on your favorites, and make sure you check out the BOGO deals before you shop. You can find the weekly ad online at Publix.com or in the Publix app. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Hi, it's Tim Andrews from the Von Hessler Doctrine. You know that feeling. You open the mailbox, see that official IRS envelope, and your heart sinks. For business owners, a bank levy or wage garnishment can hit hard and fast. Waiting isn't a strategy. It only lets penalties and interest pile up. It's time to put the nation's best on your side. Forbes magazine reviewed tax resolution firms nationwide and ranked 5-star tax resolution #1. A real ranking based on real results. With over 17 years of proven experience and a flawless A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, their seasoned tax attorneys act immediately. They take over all IRS communication and build a strategic plan for the best possible outcome. Your next move matters most. Your consultation is 100% confidential and free, but the peace of mind? Priceless. Call 5-Star Tax Resolution now at 800-516-8408. That's 800-516-8408. Or visit 5startaxresolution.com.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Well, Chris, as you know, time just keeps on ticking. We're putting another year under our belt, so it seems like a really good time to take stock of our financial lives and put together that plan that's built to last.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in will work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com. Click on Portfolio X-Ray or click on Full Retirement Plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Hey, here's a shout out to my hard-working people on the outdoor job sites, construction, landscaping, and of course, road work. Hey, it's Smiling Mark McKay for John Foy and Associates, the Strong Arm. If your hard job has been hard on you and you get injured, call in the Strong Arm. John Foy has a team of experienced attorneys with a winning track record who specialize only in fighting for injured workers. Get your free case evaluation with zero upfront costs. JohnFoy.com.
I didn't make it again, huh?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Is this national? Yeah, this is national. This is the Radio Hall of Fame ceremony tonight in Chicago.
Bother. You guys got to know that it does not bother me at all. That's the one thing I want you guys. When I take, I feel silly even talking about it even a little bit, but I just want it to be understood that in no way, shape, form whatsoever does it bother me at all that once again I'm not being
You should
called
at the very
up to
least
the
be in the Hall of Fame here in this state.
Well, I don't think I'm ever going to be in any kind of Hall of Fame. What does it really mean anyway? My parents are dead, you know. I mean, honestly, that's what I think that's what, you know, and maybe the kids would get a little bit of a kick out of it. But it's more about like when there's kind of like BS things like Halls of Fame for things like this. I mean, if you pitch and you're the greatest pitcher of all time, that's easy. Okay, that guy belongs in the Hall of Fame. It's really more of an opinion when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, but you could have done steroids and it wouldn't exclude you from
That's
being...
true.
That's true.
That is
You've
true.
been fine.
But I mean, it's like with things like this, like Radio Halls of Fame and things, that's for your parents, right? That's like, because they're like, they don't know that it's BS. So like they can brag to their friends, you know, I'm being honest here. I mean, the national one is...
Hey, Colin Cowherd's parents, I'm sure, are very happy.
I'm
He's going
sure
to be
they
there.
are.
Bob
Yeah.
and Sherry's parents will be there, too.
Oh, Bob and Sherry.
No,
Well, they
won't.
deserve it. They deserve it. Bob and Sherry are so much better than the Von Hessler Doctrine.
Why
It's
is
not even-
Alice Cooper getting it?
Maybe. Did
he have a show?
He might have a show in like Sirius for the last 20 years, for all I know.
I've never seen anything like that.
Your favorite ex higher up is getting in this time.
Ex higher up.
Yeah, the orange guy.
Donald Trump?
Mike McVeigh.
Oh,
No.
oh my! Right,
I wasn't
that
going to say
guy.
his name, but yeah.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's done a lot more for radio than I ever have. That's for sure. But I want you to know, it absolutely, completely, and totally doesn't bother me one little, teeny little bit.
We'll cancel your show that you're going to tonight. Book you
No.
a flight. You can just go there. You could be part of the audience.
I'll go to Steve Hackett. He's in some progressive rock Hall of Fame somewhere. I'll go enjoy that. Alex Williams says there's a brake light battle through downtown.
Yeah, not fun this afternoon, Eric. 400 southbound, you're hitting the brakes before Lenox Road. 75 just south of West Paces Ferry. Not going to find any relief. Budget about 35 to 40 minutes just to get down to I-20. 75, 85 northbound, it's no better. That's jammed in as well. Highway 166 Langford Parkway as you make your way up past Peachtree Pine Street. And we are still dealing with that crash heading to the airport. 75 southbound at Central Avenue, still hanging out there in the right lane there in Hateville. What's Georgia 400 looking like this afternoon, Sky Smith?
Well, 400 northbound, you are looking at a sluggish ride from 285 to the North Springs MARTA station. You've got a few more brake lights from Alpharetta to Cumming. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Annuities not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com. Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
At Shane Company, we've been engagement ring experts for almost 100 years. We have the largest selection of diamonds and gemstones in stock. You don't have to wait to compare them side by side. Find the one that speaks to you at shaneco.com or in store. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 5:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour is brought to you by D. Geller and Son Jewelers. WSB's top local story, another notch on Atlanta's Beltline as it celebrates opening a key segment on the West Side Trail.
The 0.8 of a mile, segment 5 of the Beltline's Northwest Trail was completed in 14 months. That's great timing, according to Beltline President and CEO Clyde Higgs.
This is technically one of the most challenging pieces for Beltline because you don't have existing rail corridor to pull up. So we have to weave through neighborhoods, through streets.
This segment runs through the Blandtown neighborhood. The Beltline has set a goal of having at least 85% of the 22-mile loop completed in time for the FIFA World Cup next summer. In West Midtown, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
There is some new information today after a deadly shooting at a Buckhead apartment complex involving a father and son.
Police were called to a dispute between a man and his girlfriend at the 55 apartment complex on Farr Road. The man's father also came to the scene. While officers were interviewing the woman inside the apartment, Lieutenant Christopher Butler says the father and son went outside.
Officers heard gunshots. They responded outside and located a 32-year-old male suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, deceased outside.
And now 54-year-old Durante Tolliver is charged with murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens is announcing a new initiative today known as ATL Cares. He wants to help residents who might be struggling because of the ongoing government shutdown, which is now in day 30. Now, as part of this initiative, the city's going to suspend water shutoffs and evictions from city housing through the end of January. But the mayor says the moratorium on water payments doesn't mean your account goes to zero.
If you are gainfully employed, not a federal employee, not receiving SNAP, and not in any kind of financial jeopardy, don't burden the system by not paying. Go ahead on and pay.
The Atlanta Community Food Bank says as part of this effort, they plan to buy and distribute 6 million pounds of additional food over the next month. Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is putting pressure on Congress to end this government shutdown.
Delta issues a statement calling on Congress to pass a clean continuing resolution to open the government so that air traffic controllers, TSA, and Customs and Border Protection officers can, quote, collect the paychecks they deserve. Delta says missed paychecks can only increase stress on essential workers, many of whom are already working mandatory overtime. The statement also notes that a system under stress must be slowed down, causing delays for travelers. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
New felony charges for a former mayor released from prison just months ago. DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston announces a grand jury's indicted Jason Larry, convicted of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars in COVID relief funds when Stonecrest mayor in 2022. Boston says now Larry's registered to vote in August, and he filed qualifying paperwork to run for Stonecrest City Council. But he signed those documents stating he was not a convicted felon.
Anyone convicted of a felony must wait 10 years after the completion of their sentence to qualify to run for office in our state.
Larry and his lawyer agreed that he would surrender today and be allowed a $5,000 bond. President Trump posts on social media the U.S. will resume nuclear weapons testing, saying it is time to catch up with other countries' testing efforts. Anna Erickson, a Georgia Tech professor and nuclear energy expert, says for a full-scale test...
Think of it as an actual detonation, right? We're looking at how strong the weapon is, how it delivers, does it perform as it was supposed to. But what we got was fallout of radiation, and multiple communities suffered from that.
For more than 30 years, the U.S. has only done subcritical testing similar to Russia and China. Now, it's unclear from his message if he means to just increase that subcritical testing or begin the steps toward a full-scale test with real nuclear explosions.
I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Is she being the bad guy? 23-year-old Grammy winner Billie Eilish calls out billionaires for not doing more. This as she accepts the Music Innovator Award from WSJ Magazine.
Love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me. If you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? No hate, but yeah, give your money away, shorties.
Well, at least one billionaire, Mark Zuckerberg, was in attendance, and one attendee claims he did not join the crowd's applause after Eilish's comment. Eilish is donating $11.5 million from her most recent tour to food inequity and climate change work. Zuckerberg, by the way, is worth around $257 billion, according to Forbes magazine. It's 5:34. Live team coverage of traffic and weather begins right now. WSB Triple Team Traffic kicks off with Alex Williams.
Hey, Veronica, going to refresh that ride to the northern suburbs. 75 northbound, the slowest of the big three right now with the brake lights pretty prominent through Marietta this afternoon. No crashes in the way, just the car in front of you where you're slowing just north of Delk Road, and you're going to be on and off the brake pedal pretty much up to Chastain Road, exit 271. 575 northbound, sluggish, clearing Highway 92 in Woodstock. 75 southbound, you're on the brakes as well. Most of those right lanes are jammed up out of Marietta, trying to ramp on to 285. 85 northbound out of DeKalb in Gwinnett County. Going to take you about 17 minutes to travel from Chamblee Tucker Road up to Pleasant Hill Road, and then a few more delays between Duluth and Suwanee from Sugarloaf Parkway up to I-985. Still a big jam on I-20 through DeKalb County, Sky Smith.
Yep, I-20 westbound, you still got lots and lots of volume in brake lights from the mall at Stonecrest down to Panola Road, and that's due to that stalled out tractor trailer. It is still there, blocking two right lanes. You can use Covington Highway as an alternate route. From the Coray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now, Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast. Here is Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Clearing skies, we head through this evening and overnight. Chilly by Friday morning, down to 42, some upper 30s in the suburbs. Mostly sunny with a high of 62, and then falling through the 50s under a clear sky for trick-or-treating Friday evening. For Saturday, low 40 in town, some mid to upper 30s in the suburbs. Mostly sunny with a high of 65. And now my 5-day forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Partly cloudy Monday, low 46, high 64. 20% chance of a few showers. Mostly sunny Tuesday, low 48, high 68. Recapping the forecast for this evening, under a clearing sky will be chilly, falling through the 40s. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
Right now it's 53 degrees in Norcross, 52 in Douglasville, and 54 in Midtown Atlanta at 5:36. Live team coverage of traffic and weather is brought to you by John Foy and Associates. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
When your termite bond renewal comes in the mail, do you cringe wondering, how much more are they going to charge me now? Switch to Breda Pest Management and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. If your termite service doesn't inspect inside, how do you know you're protected? With Breda, you get total peace of mind that your home is termite-free inside and out, and your termite rate is locked in for 10 full years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
I love my home, and now I found a company that loves it as much as I do. TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. It's Chris Chandler here. These folks have done work in my home. Boy, it didn't take long to realize I could trust their expertise, their attention to detail, and what I think you'll find, just as I did, an amazing level of service. TE Certified has more than 20,000 five-star reviews, and it's been serving Atlanta for decades.
TE Certified, we love your home. 1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Interesting audio we have. Do you know where this comes from?
It's in Detroit.
In Detroit.
Yes.
And I tell you, it's just like routine court day, right? Usually, because you have to be able to, could be even like traffic court, because the cop has to be there. You know, when they write your ticket, and your court date ends up being all the tickets that guy wrote, right? All the court days on Tuesday, because that's when he's available to do his court day. So the cop has to show up. I guess since the pandemic, the cop can show up remotely.
In some cities, yes.
In
Especially
Zoom,
Detroit, yes.
In a Zoom thing. And this guy showed up and didn't have any pants on, I guess.
Good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right.
Officer Jackson. He got to ask the camera judge.
You got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the... No, sir.
Officer Jackson, okay, Miss Lee.
I love that the judge almost called him cuz. Like, you got some pants on, cuz? I mean, officer?
Now, I get... All right, possibly. And we don't know if he had underwear on. He has hands over his
hands are like
private
right
parts.
in the spine.
Nice. So, if he was late, and you can get in a lot of trouble if you're not right there when they, I mean, like, they deal with a lot of cops and a lot of court dates. So you have to have these really strict rules. If you're not there on time, if you're 5 minutes early, you're late, kind of thing. Because we're not going to put up with every week somebody didn't make it, blah, blah, blah. You have to have your parent died or something, and that's it, right? So it's possible that he found himself in a real fast situation. It's like, well, I got to get on, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble, right?
Yeah.
But can't the judge at that point say, "Okay, you're here. We're going to take 3 minutes.
Put some pants on.
Put some pants on. Come on
Is that not
back."
what they did? What did they do?
Well, he just sounds like it kind of goes into the case.
What he does, Autumn, is he tilts the camera up a little bit,
Right, so you can't see.
so that way you only see, like, I guess, from his upper
but you
torso
can't see
up.
what he's doing with his hands. I say, anybody who got a ticket from that guy on that day walks free.
Yeah. Well, Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison issued this statement saying that all officers must carry themselves in a dignified and professional manner, especially during court, and apologized for this behavior.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it was unless it's just what we were talking about. He would have been late and would have gotten in trouble. I have no idea, unless he's just like, you know what, this is my last day as a cop.
I guess so.
I'm going to go viral, and then it's vaudeville after
Maybe
this.
he was doing he was in the middle of laundry.
Right.
And he realized, oh no, it's my court thing, and he
That's-
ran to the thing.
It could be, but
Why don't they just make them go to the court?
I don't know. It's Detroit. What, are you asking me questions about? I don't know if we do it this way here. I don't know. The whole world somehow is, I can do everything from my bedroom. Everything. Don't ask me to come out of my bedroom.
It's very much
How dare you ask me to come out of my bedroom?
It's very much a blue and red state thing, Tim, with that. I mean, with the Michigan leaning more blue and Detroit being a blue city, like you still have a lot of...
Yeah, you know what? Do your job in your sleep. It's okay. You don't even have to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Just put a camera above you and just, if we could ask you to yawn, open your eyes, and let us know that, and then we'll just consider you're at work. How about that? Is there any more, as the job that you want, can we bend towards you any more and make you more comfortable? We really, I mean, even if it's going to be late, put your pants on. How much later does that make you? You're pushing like 20 seconds later.
Would you rather show up late or pantsless? You know,
I would say, yeah, I'd rather show up. But I mean, how
Both.
much later does putting your pants make you? I mean, you're walking toward the computer, putting them on.
And then a lot of times when you hop on Teams, especially,
I think he was doing something on the computer, and he realized, "Oop, I'm a minute late. I need to."
it's like, whoops, got to jump over this screen.
This won't take long. I can get right back to what I was
Yeah,
doing.
and also, like, it's like he had to see himself. I think that this was some kind of like he doesn't want to be a cop anymore, and he wanted to go viral or something because you can see yourself and you can see your shot. So if you don't have any pants on and you have the camera on your face and your chest, nobody knows.
Maybe he was on like a different screen, you know, like maybe the view of him was somewhere else, but he had to like log into the court system or something, and so he wasn't realizing
That he was up there on the public thing already. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he just didn't see what he looked like.
Yeah, but if you don't have pants on, make sure that camera's in a very up. We're going to see more ceiling than floor here. You know, like it may not be exact.
We'll see from the torso up.
Yeah,
We're
I mean,
good.
if the judge has to say, "Hey, I can only see your forehead. Can you bring it down a little bit?" Then you're still in a good place.
You know, or maybe we're all just a little too uptight.
Oh, really?
I mean, what do pants mean?
Yeah.
You know?
What are
It's
they?
just like how you realized about the hats. It's like, how come I can't wear a hat indoors because of some old-timey rule about hats?
Sure.
All right, I
Hey.
didn't know he had his uniform on. He has his shirt on.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he has his uniform, but not his pants.
Yeah. So I'm saying, I think that this was like a deliberate thing. I think he's got a fetish or something. The imp of the perverse. Something happened here, and I think that too many things have to go wrong.
Well,
Yeah,
Judge
it's
Perkins, the
stupid.
guy who obviously started the call, said he was stunned and shocked, and he has dealt with this officer before and has never seen this happen before. He's dealt
Well,
with
of
very
course.
professional behavior in the past.
I think it was an accident.
I agree.
It's a difficult
It might not even
accident.
be the first time. He just had the camera in the right,
Right.
position
Right.
the times before.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that is still a creepy thing.
Was using a phone because it's vertical.
It's not a creepy thing. It's,
yes, it is.
Just forgot his pants.
No, it's a creepy.
You're at home. you're in your pajamas. You're like hanging out.
I don't want to come off as sexist here, but you have a female brain. And this is.
Yeah, where are you
this is
on?
a little-
You're not on camera right
Hey,
now.
what
Where
are you
doing?
doing?
Turn your camera on.
Nothing.
Where are you?
One of those wacky.
Yeah,
You
okay.
have a female brain. Let's leave this one to the people with male brains.
Okay.
And let's go around the room here and think and ask. This was at least a thing in his mind, like, I've got a secret, right?
If it was intentional, for sure.
Yeah. I don't see how it could have been intentional. It takes if you're in a hurry, it takes less than 10 seconds to put your pants on.
The only
Yeah.
excuse is where he must be on camera at a certain time.
And we're talking about 10 seconds
yeah, true.
to put your pants on.
If that.
I think that
It takes
I
me
think he's
longer.
been doing this for a while, and I think he's got a little kink. And I think that it's there's that whole thing of I've got a
Officer No
secret.
Pants.
This might even be, oops, the camera was down. Oh.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Yeah. He'll be on
Yeah,
some
maybe
reality
he had
show
a
next week.
humiliation fetish, and his
Oh, yeah.
mistress told him
Yes.
that you have to show up to work with no pants and be like, "Whoopsie."
That's what something.
Oops.
Or
It's not like Remember at the beginning of the pandemic, we'd see these things, and like a guy would just walk into the room and he didn't have his clothes on yet, or something like that. And
Or the
other-
judge with the
and
thing
oth-
on her shelf. Remember that
yeah,
one?
yeah. Like
Oh,
these are things like the guy didn't know the meeting started yet, right? I mean, you could see it. He was like walking into his bedroom. He didn't have his clothes on yet. He meant to go. It was like a total like. It's new. It's the pandemic. We haven't been working like this. Remember, the girl gets up in the middle of the thing and she walks to the laptop and she sits down and goes to the restroom
Yep.
in the middle of it. She's just not thinking. We're not doing this anymore. We haven't done this before. And so those things always, like that guy walked into his room stark naked. He was in the middle of an office call, and you could tell that this was like, uh-oh. And we've been doing it for 2 weeks and people had no idea. This is not the first, my guess. This is not the first time that Officer No Pants showed up with no pants. And I think it's a thing for him. And he just did it wrong this time, and he got called on it. Alex Williams says there are heavy delays on I-20 in Lithonia.
Yeah, all due to the stalled tractor trailer we've been watching, Eric, and they are still only letting the left lane by, the big rig tow truck on scene, so hopefully some progress here soon, but until then, that ride is still very slow back to Turner Hill Road. You can use Covington Highway as an alternate. If you're traveling 285 west and southbound, the outer loop starting on the north side from Georgia 400, budget about 30 minutes to travel from there around to Hollowell Parkway, exit 12 over in West Atlanta. That's where the delays start to improve as you approach I-20. Checking the 285 east and southbound ride into DeKalb County, it's Sky Smith.
There is heavy volume on your I-285 east ride from Georgia 400 down to 85. And there is absolutely no relief as you get past I-85. You're slow southbound until you pass Covington Highway. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If it's happening on the streets of Atlanta,
Cobb County Medical Examiner's Office identifies 57 sets of cremains.
if it's happening on the roads leading to Atlanta,
Massive project at 285 and Georgia 400 has been a big improvement.
we've got it covered.
Atlanta jurors convict a former Customs and Border Protection officer.
Your 24/7 news source.
Covering the stories that impact you.
Tune in throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
This is Scott Slade. When it comes to your engagement ring, there's only one place I'd recommend. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, known for exceptional standards, craftsmanship, and legendary customer service. Tara's passion runs through every design they craft. Engagement rings you'll be proud to gift, cherish, and wear for a lifetime. You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. When it comes to your promise of forever, only a Tara diamond will do. Tara, specializing in diamonds of absolute beauty and legendary customer service since 1985.
Windows are supposed to frame the outside.
Instead, you see wood rot, fog, moisture between the paints. Maybe they're drafty or leaky. Upgrade now to beautiful Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows to improve energy efficiency, comfort, and curb appeal.
It's Jonathan and Ted from North Georgia Replacement Windows. Experience the Infinity fiberglass difference at your home or in our new Alpharetta showroom.
0% interest available.
Infinity from Marvin, replacement windows, yeah!
We're having a party and you're invited. Join Centerwell Senior Primary Care for our free grand opening party. Come meet our care team and tour the new center. Plus, food, music, games, and more. Celebrate with Centerwell East Paulding on Wednesday, November 5th, off Charles Hardy Parkway near the Walmart from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Learn more at CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. That's CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. We'll see you soon.
Hi, it's Tim Andrews from the Von Hessler Doctrine. You know that feeling. You open the mailbox, see that official IRS envelope, and your heart sinks. For business owners, a bank levy or wage garnishment can hit hard and fast. Waiting isn't a strategy. It only lets penalties and interest pile up. It's time to put the nation's best on your side. Forbes magazine reviewed tax resolution firms nationwide and ranked 5-star tax resolution #1. A real ranking based on real results. With over 17 years of proven experience and a flawless A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, their seasoned tax attorneys act immediately. They take over all IRS communication and build a strategic plan for the best possible outcome. Your next move matters most. Your consultation is 100% confidential and free, but the peace of mind? Priceless. Call 5-Star Tax Resolution now at 800-516-8408. That's 800-516-8408. Or visit 5startaxresolution.com.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to MediShare, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they're paying for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up and the cost of healthcare, Medi-Share has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Just apply by October 31st, and they'll waive your new member fee. You're saving $100 right off the bat. That's just the start. Obviously, the typical family saves up to $500 a month after making the switch. And Medi-Share is a Christian community that shared more than $9 billion in medical bills over the years. It's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second. If you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings too. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
All right, this is always very funny when young pop stars think that they have the answers and they're going to lecture. Now, meanwhile, she's lecturing a bunch of billionaires. I'm no fan of these billionaires.
Yeah, Zuck was in the audience of this one.
So Billie Eilish, this is, and the reporting that I see on this from something called Consequence of Sound. So that's obviously a music online thing. And it's just, this is the level of access reporting that you get. It's just like, oh, she's great. She's great. This is the headline alone. Billie Eilish calls out Mark Zuckerberg and other billionaires after announcing her own $11.5 million charitable donation. And they're like, Billie Eilish, put her money where her mouth is. You know, oh, that's good reporting. I mean, she said something and you wrote it down? Wow, that's really good reporting. 23-year-old pops, so she got, I'll start over. Billie Eilish put her money where her mouth is while calling on billionaires to do the same during the Wall Street Journal Innovator Awards on Wednesday night. So the 23-year-old pop star was on hand to accept the Music Innovator Award. Now, why does the Wall Street Journal do things like this? Because they think it would be really cool to be able to hang out with Billie Eilish for a night. And maybe, maybe some of the editors have a 17-year-old daughter they bring or something. You know what I mean? That's why these things happen. Why is the Wall Street Journal rubbing elbows with Billie Eilish? That's what these award things are about. But so the 23-year-old pop star was in hand, stepped up. She revealed that she had raised more than $11.5 million in donations through her Hit Me Hard and Soft tour. And this I love. Now, we're going to get to her speaking. The proceeds, because this money is not doing anything, the proceeds will go to the Changemaker program. So already we're talking about an umbrella, right? We're not giving straight to something. It's the Changemaker program. So and I'm sure Billie Eilish is friends with the directors of the board of directors, and so you're giving the money to an umbrella organization. Then they decide
who gets what,
and how much they get. And they support organizations around the world that address food insecurity and the climate crisis. I am ready to, I never want to guarantee anything, but let me put it this way. I would be surprised to find out that 60% of this money isn't just being grifted away somewhere. Because she just has to give it to the umbrella group, right? And then keep going on tour.
It's better than nothing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it better to waste money?
It's better than nothing.
Well, it may be better than nothing, but if she wants to give to something, then give to an organization. Look up that organization. You get into terms like food insecurity. That's not hunger. You get into these elastic terms that aren't just one thing, but they can be stretched. Well, they're eating today, but in 6 months, what happens? You know, okay, that's a thing, but that's not hunger.
Give it to 100 school districts for their music programs.
Yeah, just go up to poor people and write them large checks.
There you go.
That would do something. You know that the money's landing. It's like when Ted Turner gave $3 billion to the United Nations back in like the 90s. Look at the world. It did so much. I mean, can you imagine how ridiculous and how awful and chaotic this world would be if Ted Turner had not given $3 billion to the United Nations back in the 90s? We'll talk more about it. I don't say her heart's in the wrong place. I say she's 23, and she's acting like she understands a world that she doesn't understand, much like Chappell Rowan did with her speech about every artist should have free health care or something. Do you have any idea how that would work? Alex Williams has better news on 75 South in Hapeville.
Yeah, that's right, Eric. That crash that was lingering in the right lane just cleared. They picked up the cones. It's all gone. 75 southbound at Central Avenue. Now you're just dealing with that bunched up traffic between Hateville and Forest Park where you're trying to get past the merge with I-285. Elsewhere, over on the west side interloop, 285 northbound, just check for trouble up around Martin Luther King Jr. Drive or I-20. Didn't find it. It's just slow traffic on 285 north the interloop from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up to I-20, the West Freeway. Speaking of I-20, still a big jam over in DeKalb County, Sky Smith.
Yeah, that stalled out tractor trailer on I-20 westbound is blocking 2 right lanes. It's still jamming things up, and you're still seeing those brake lights from the mall at Stonecrest down to Panola Road. You can use Covington Highway as an alternate route. Traffic is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hi, this is John Smoltz. You know, after more than 20 years on the pitcher's mound, I did some real damage to my shoulders, knees, and elbow. And now, years later, I'm still paying for it.
Truth is, joint pain doesn't care if you're a pro athlete or just someone who wants to play golf, work in the yard, or keep up with your kids. Pain gets in the way.
Not interested in surgery. The downtime, the long recovery, and no guarantee it even works. That's why I'm going in a different route with QC Kinetics here in Atlanta.
They use your body's own natural biologics to target the pain, calm the inflammation, and actually help your joints heal. No surgery, no harmful drugs, just real relief.
I'm trusting QC Kinetics with my aches and pains, and I can tell you their natural approach makes a big difference. If joint pain is slowing you down, give them a call. QC Kinetics. Relief without surgery.
Call QC Kinetics today to schedule your free consultation. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied. It's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria. And of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now starting from $229, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Fall is a busy time and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry and move when you're ready. Mark Spain Real Estate has more than 13,000 five-star reviews, so you can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Don't be haunted by those old stains in your carpet. Call Zerorez Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning to get 3 rooms cleaned for only $129. Mention WSB when you call or schedule online at ZerorezAtlanta.com. Zerorez, it's the right way to clean.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
It's 6 o'clock. Good evening. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this hour is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. WSB's top local story, the city of Atlanta rolls out a new effort to help residents struggling as the government shutdown shows no sign of ending soon.
Mayor Andre Dickens says the new initiative known as ATL Cares includes a moratorium on evictions from city housing and halts water shutoffs from now through the end of January. But
it does not make your account go to zero, so do not. We want you to conserve water. We want you to pay your bill if you're capable of paying.
The Atlanta Community Food Bank says they are pulling $5 million from their reserve fund to buy and distribute an additional 300,000 pounds of food a day. In Southwest Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
55 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta. Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz expects lows to go into the 40s overnight, and tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. What it's going to be like for trick-or-treating is straight ahead in Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast. The White House is announcing that it has a plan to cover paychecks for U.S. troops coming due tomorrow. But tensions are still flaring on the Senate floor over that critical federal food assistance that is set to run out in just 2 days. Senators were in the House today, but there was no vote scheduled. A major Atlanta corporation is urging Congress to reopen the government and pay federal workers.
Delta Airlines says it's thanks to federal employees like air traffic controllers, TSA, and Customs and Border Protection officers that it's able to carry more than 550,000 customers a day. And it says missed paychecks only increase the stress on these essential workers. The airline's calling on Congress to immediately pass a clean continuing resolution to reopen the government. Delta warns a system under stress reduces efficiency and causes delays for millions of travelers each day. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is scheduled to appear on ABC's The View next week. The longtime Trump loyalist will join the daytime table talk program Tuesday, Election Day. A Trump-appointed federal judge offers praise for 2 suspended prosecutors who were on hand to watch the sentencing of a man they charged with making threats in 2023.
The 2 suspended prosecutors sat alongside other spectators watching the proceedings from the back of the courtroom. Their suspension came after the 2 prosecutors submitted a sentencing recommendation following the conviction of defendant Taylor Toronto on threat and firearms charges. Earlier this year, he was among those pardoned for his part in the January 6th attack, which the prosecutors wrote in their memo was committed by a mob of rioters. Following their suspension, their replacements resubmitted the memo without that phrase.
That's Stephen Portnoy reporting. The Trump administration is restricting the number of refugees admitted annually to the United States to 7,500, and they will be mostly white South Africans. It's a dramatic drop after the U.S. previously allowed in hundreds of thousands of people fleeing war and persecution from around the world. A former Metro Atlanta mayor who served federal time for theft is indicted for making false statements as he tries to run for office again. Jason Larry stole hundreds of thousands of dollars of COVID relief funds from the city of Stonecrest as mayor. DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston says this summer, registering to vote and qualify for a city council run, Larry signed documents saying he is not a convicted felon.
I think it's pretty bold for any elected official that has been convicted recently of a felony that was covered extensively by the media, and it's no secret to anyone in the DeKalb County community to, once being released from federal prison, the first thing they decide to do is to run for office.
Larry just got out of prison in February. He has been under 3 years supervised release. A Detroit cop has gone viral for making a virtual court appearance without any pants on. Judge Sean Perkins was, you might admit, you know this, taken aback during the hearing, right?
Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right. You got some pants on, officer?
Officer Matthew Jackson quickly adjusted his camera shot so he was only seen from the waist up. The Detroit PD has since put out a memo reminding officers of proper attire for court, even if the appearance is virtual. The hearing earlier this week involved a plea deal for a woman accused of drag racing. It's 6:04. The Von Haessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. But first, let's kick off WSB Triple Team Traffic. Alex Williams is watching the evening commutes.
Still watching a slow one out in Lithonia, Veronica, I-20 westbound. Still on the brake pedal from Turner Hill Road, exit 75, over to where the stalled big rig has been in 2 right lanes at Panola Road, exit 71. Covington Highway will save you some time. And now I just found new trouble, north side perimeter between Dunwoody and Dorville, 285 eastbound, the inner loop just before Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. Looks like Hero Unit's going to hold the right lanes. Try to push that off to the right. It's keeping you slow back over to Georgia 400. Speaking of slow, it is definitely slow heading into downtown this evening, Sky Smith.
Yeah, that southbound ride is horrendous all the way through the city. 75 southbound is backed up from Moores Mill Road, and Georgia 400 South is backed up at Lenox Road, all the way down to I-20. Your northbound ride into the city is stacked up from Highway 166, freeing up once you pass Georgia Tech. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Clearing skies, we head through this evening and overnight. Chilly by Friday morning, down to 42, some upper 30s in the suburbs. Mostly sunny with a high of 62, and then falling through the 50s under a clear sky for trick-or-treating Friday evening. For Saturday, low 40 in town, some mid to upper 30s in the suburbs. Mostly sunny with a high of 65. And now my 5-day forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Partly cloudy Monday, low 46, high 64. 20% chance of a few showers. Mostly sunny Tuesday, low 48, high 68. Recapping the forecast for this evening, under a clearing sky will be chilly, falling through the 40s. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
It's 51 degrees in McDonough, 51 in Kennesaw, and 54 now in Midtown Atlanta at 6:06. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Can you do voice to text on Facebook?
If you're on your phone, you can.
Okay. That must be how this is done, because some guy on Facebook, he just said that we are the worst shoe on WSB.
You're the worst shoe on WSB.
Yeah, I'm like, have you seen Shelly's shoes?
Yeah, I don't even have shoes that match.
It has to be voice to text because it says, looks like they discussed something more substantial. Worst shoe on WSB radio. Please
I don't need the whole thing. I don't need the whole thing. Honestly, I don't need the whole thing. The guy's a dip ass. Go listen to another show. You can come back.
Shoe.
It's all right.
We're the worst.
What are you doing looking on Facebook?
He's always trying to gaslight me. He looks for stuff.
Jared, you brought
he
this
does.
to him?
Not true at all.
He does. He's
Not
always like,
true
hey,
at all.
Eric, I got another guy. I know
But
that there's
Jared, you
like.
brought this to his attention?
I know there's 140,000 people listening that are really enjoying the show, but I got this guy. Oh, he hates
I'm
you.
blown away at how many misspellings there are in the
there
post,
are.
which
No,
is
but
why
you wanted to.
No, not at all.
You like to
The
jazz
worst
me up.
shoe.
Jared,
No,
it's okay.
No,
It's
So you
just-
can admit it.
But you guys are wrong. I'm not going to admit
Come
that.
on,
That's not
Jane. Jared, admit it.
That is not what I'm doing. I am here to point out the misspellings and if you're going to insult the show, at least use good grammar.
There's no rule.
There could be.
Oh, I'm establishing the rule. That's the Yamamoto rule.
Only
if you're
good
going to
grammar
insult
allowed?
the
Yeah.
show,
You're gonna-
use good grammar.
Did you see the reply to that? Another fan replied to that, and they said you should get some insoles.
See, that's good. Thank you.
Well, okay. Be nice, by the way. I don't want to have a fan base that's like saying mean things to people. Just let people be
If
themselves.
the shoe fits.
I'm saying don't wear it. If the shoe fits, don't wear it. Just be nice.
It's very insulting.
Oh,
Sorry.
I love you too.
Why is it the imp of the perverse? Is that why you have to do that when
Why
you get a
tread
word
there,
play?
really?
Oh, for heaven's sakes!
I ain't got nothing.
I'm surrounded. Was there something inside of there? Was there an Easter egg?
There was
I ain't
no-
got
no
nothing?
Easter
Is
egg.
there
I
some
got
sort of like
nothing.
Buster Brown
I'm sorry.
thing
I feel like a
reference?
real heel.
I feel like he's been flip-flopping all day.
Other reason I don't like it is I can't do it, obviously. So
Sure you can.
I can.
What, are you a loafer?
Yeah.
You just got to put one foot in front of the other.
there you go.
Pump it
Hey,
up.
yeah, Billie Eilish. She said some stuff.
Yeah, about shoes?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. I think that she comes from a good place. I think she has a good heart. But when you're 23 years old, standing up in front of people and lecturing them about, you just might not know everything. So I'm just saying that she has the Change Maker program. You're giving your money to an umbrella. You know, when people give us money during the Carathon, it goes straight to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and their program. There's no umbrella organization to go, well, how does the staff vote? You know what I mean? There's nothing like that. It's just straight to. When we do Clark's Christmas Kids, you don't even give us, you either give us money to buy the gifts, but it's straight up. You are making sure that children who otherwise wouldn't have presents and it's just a straight up straight. I want this. You're saying that if I give you money, it'll make this happen. Okay, here's some money. It directly goes to it. I never trust umbrella organizations that then dole out because it almost, I'm only saying almost to cover my ass. I don't really think it's almost, but it almost always then there becomes a political element. Well, who's running these organizations? Well, okay, it's Billie Eilish. There may be some evangelicals that are doing great work with hungry people, but we can't give to that because we don't agree with their it should be, hey, we're raising money for something. We would like you to help us help these people. You give the money, boom. All that money just goes straight to those people. The umbrella organization that she gives to, Changemaker program, I don't know, but I imagine they have a headquarters and they have an office and there's a lobby and there's probably some furniture and like how much overhead is there? Maybe there's very little. You know, back in the 90s, United Way got in all kinds of trouble because people don't understand when they hear nonprofit, all that means is you can't claim a profit. It doesn't mean you can't buy the best furniture and the most expensive furniture to have the coolest lobby at your headquarters. It just means that And it also doesn't mean that the person who's running it can't make $250 million a year. Nonprofit doesn't mean that doesn't happen. It just means at the end of the day, you have to spend all the money that you get. And you don't roll it over into the next year and say, well, now we have a surplus. We don't have a profit. So a lot of people hear these things. So by Billie Eilish giving all the money to Changemaker program, even if they're the best, it's still a stop for the money where, well, we got to have some place to go. We got to have some lobby furniture. And that's, I'm saying is, I think she comes from a good place. Now let's have her lecturing to Mark Zuckerberg.
Would you like just her speaking, or would you like the full package?
I don't want just her. Okay.
Love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me. And if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? No hate, but yeah, give your money away, shorties. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
To her, it's just a straight up thing. It's like they could save the world if they wanted to. They're just choosing not to. Now, look, I don't like these billionaires, but this reminds me of like the Chappell Rowan thing. Was that during the Grammys? Where she started lecturing about how all artists should get health care. And it's just like, I think you're coming from a good place. But you know what you're really good at? Writing pop songs. You're really good at that. And you should have your opinions about the world. And on voting day, you should go vote for the people. And maybe you want to go out and do a concert. That's fine. But when you become the lead person, this is what I want. I want you to be able to answer 3 questions deep. If you can't answer 3 questions deep, give your money to somebody else who can and let them go out and do because I don't believe that Chappell Rowan is an expert at insurance. And I don't believe that Billie Eilish is an expert at curing food insecurity. So I just feel like it makes them feel better. And it should. And they do want to help. But how do you even, I would go to Chappell Rowan, give me the definition of an artist. What is that? Do they have to sell almost as much as you do? Can they just be people who are really good at what they do, but they don't have a market, they don't have an audience, nobody wants their product? I mean, right there, I would say Chappell Rowan, define an artist. Because if you define an artist in the most general way, I'm just going to call myself an artist and get on the government or whatever, music industry, whatever. If I'm a musician.
I make balloon animals, sir.
That's an artist.
Chappell Rowan could move and become an Irish citizen now because Ireland's offering now universal basic income to artists.
Yeah, like what does that even mean? It's a smaller country. Smaller countries can kind of do these things and maybe kind of pull it off. But how define an artist?
By the way, I'm not a big Zuck defender, but between grants and donations to charity in all the years that he's been around, $12 billion.
Yeah, she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that. Now, is a lot of that corporate, and we can get into that whole philanthropy racket that goes on.
Right.
That's like, I know that I'm killing people over here, but maybe I can get into heaven with my left hand. That kind of thing. So that's a whole other when you get into philanthropy and charity, we don't have reporters anymore. There's this one guy I want to talk about. This guy Pablo Torre. With his podcast, Pablo Torre Finds Out. This guy has done something that I just watched another hour today where if you want to know what's going on in the NBA, the gambling thing that's going on and really understand it, not just through headlines, there's about an hour and 12-minute podcast, Pablo Torre Finds Out, from a couple days ago. Go watch it. This guy is he was just another boring pundit on ESPN all the time for years. I watched these shows, offered nothing more than what everybody else, because he couldn't do what he's doing now when he was at ESPN. ESPN covers the NBA like they're not going to cause problems. They had the NBA at the time. By getting away from ESPN, he's understanding something that reporters used to understand. Now, he's doing it in sports. But he could have put together just another podcast where 3 people sit around and talk about what happened in sports. But he didn't do that. He has visually, it looks different from any other podcast. The way that he rolls out the information is done in a different, he created something that no one else has created, a type of show that no one else has created. And it just shows how stifled he was at ESPN. But to get back to the reporting, what he understands that so many reporters used to understand is there is loads of corruption going on everywhere all the time. My job every day is to go find that corruption and to reveal it to the taxpayers. And we have panel after panel on CNN and Fox News about cultural issues. Blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, the president made $3 billion in 1 year. You don't think there's any there? You don't think there's any need to get out the granular comb and go looking through that? No, there's a couple, New York Times, Wall Street Journal. But CNN's always going to cover the latest bullying scandal. But that's not what reporting is about. Hey, people are talking about this. What do we think? That's not reporting. Reporters used to understand that there's always corruption. And my job is to go find it, not make it up where it doesn't exist. I don't have to do that. All of these institutions are run by human beings. This we know. There will be corruption. My job is to go find it. It's sports, but that's what Pablo Torre is doing. He's off of ESPN. He doesn't have to worry about the NBA contract or what the people above him. And I recommend that people watch him and ask yourself, what would reporting be like if all reporters went after their beats the way that Pablo Torre? We would learn and know so much more because he's finally out of the access media. And access media isn't just sports and entertainment. It's most of the coverage of politics in this country. Alex Williams is checking the ride on 75 North through Marietta.
I like to bring the good news, Eric, and that's what we're going to do because it is cleaning up nicely 75 North up through Marietta and into Kennesaw. Just some scattered brake lights now from South Marietta Parkway up past Wade Green Road. 400 northbound, you're still bunched up a little bit in Sandy Springs from Abernathy up to the North Springs MARTA station with the toughest part of 85 northbound. That's also into DeKalb County. 85 north slowing just north of Chamblee Tucker. But once you get up past Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit 99 in Norcross, that ride will start to improve. New trouble out toward Conyers. Stall in a center lane, 20 eastbound before Sigmund Road, exit 78, slow back into Lithonia. Speaking of, we've also been tracking trouble I-20 westbound in DeKalb County. Sky Smith.
Oh, but I'm bringing great news because your westbound ride on I-20 is still slow, but that stalled out tractor trailer that we've been talking about has cleared out of the way. You can still expect some brake lights from the mall at Stonecrest down to Panola Road, so be cautious. This report is sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Start your workday with Mark Aram.
Is there anything scarier than losing your retirement account?
Mark Aram.
But there's been a ton of development in Walton County.
Getting you through your morning.
60,000 pounds of cocaine. That is a lot.
Mark Aram. Tomorrow at 9. 95.5 WSB. Atlanta's News and Talk.
Remodeling your home's exterior requires expertise, experience, and attention to detail. That's what I built my business on. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors. I'm the siding and windows expert you hear on the Home Fix-It Show with decades of experience for all things exterior. Windows, siding, painting, roofing, decks, doors, and gutters, all with unmatched quality and craftsmanship. Even the small details are a big deal to us. Get your free estimate, Google Nelson Exteriors.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
It gets dark earlier in the fall, making your commute more difficult. Hey, it's Smile and Mark McKay. Been hit? Trust the strong arm John Foy & Associates. With zero upfront cost, they'll protect you against the pitiful payout from the big insurance companies. JohnFoy.com.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it with eBay. You find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
People, stop collecting things. Stop being interested in collectibles. I mean, it's gross when adults. But now, we're at a point, and this is a conversation we're having off air, just rolling on air, but like with the Labubu stuff and
Speculative.
a lot of speculative cards, you get kids going out. These are, and I talked about this yesterday with the intelligence agencies and the tech people with the social media. They understand the psychology. They are effing with your children through psychology. And so now you have a situation where like an 8-year-old or 9-year-old is excited about they're going to spend all this money on this thing, and then they get nothing. Oh, that's the roll of the dice. Spend more money next week, and you might get something. That is, and I'm not saying it in a biblical sense necessarily, that's evil. That is evil, to trick children. Now, maybe you rationalize to yourself, it's their parents' money anyway. Oh, you mean where it costs $80 to buy dinner? Well, the kid will put pressure on the parent, and the parent will eventually relent. Or the kid works and has money, and then maybe they're 13 and they mow some lawns or whatever, and they get money. But this is not by accident. An 8-year-old should not be collecting anything. An 8-year-old should go through toys. Like, you should have to tell him, hey, take care of that. Toys are is a way to teach your children how to take care of the things they care about. But they shouldn't keep them. No 8-year-old should be thinking, man, when I'm 30, I might make a bunch of money off of this. I mean, and of course they don't. But what the people that are at the top of these companies and what they research, what they know is get it going. Peer pressure. Kids, especially in a school environment, do not want to be left out. Just get it going. Light the kindling. The forest will go up in flames. You just have to successfully get a few kids to convince other kids that this is important. Now, when they're 25, they're not going to be thinking about this. It's not important. A lot of things like eating and breathing and all that kind of stuff that you do at 8, you still need it at 25. There are some things.
Can I give you an example? Can I give you an example? When I was 10 years old, going to buy a pack of baseball cards, I'd use my own money. Usually my dad would buy me some. I cherished every single one of them, even if they weren't the Yankees or whatever, and I kept them in a box or whatever. Now you go and buy a pack of cards, it's $9.
Yeah.
And it's like buying a scratch off. If there's nothing in there worthwhile, you throw them away.
Right. Yeah. It's not. There's no love of it.
It's a gateway drug to gambling.
It is.
Absolutely, it is. And also, it doesn't start from the love of it. Like when you were, and friends of mine, I never collected baseball cards, but they were really into baseball.
Yeah.
And because over time, certain cards did gain a value, and you go, oh, wow, I got that one. But
you didn't know that then.
Well, what I'm saying is, even I know that some of my friends would trade.
Yeah.
So individually, like maybe you've got my favorite player or something like that. That is organic and it's small. It's not. The difference now is CEOs of tech companies and children's toys companies and whatever now using this psychology against children and their parents. And that's just I just feel like there's a special room in hell for that. I just moved it to the religious, didn't I?
You did.
I said it wasn't.
How does the devil say?
How do you for a living manipulate the emotions of children? Whether you work for Instagram or TikTok or Labubu, or how do you live with yourself? You want to give these away?
I'm feeling generous. I'd love to give away.
stuff away, like good people do, not like
Yeah.
these people who are have psychological warfare against our children. Win 2 tickets to see Bryan Adams on Thursday, November 6th at Gas South Arena, or Arnia, as it says here. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says downtown trip times are still ugly.
Yeah, unfortunately so, Eric. 75 south, the brake lights still find you at Moores Mill. 400 southbound, you're still looking at about 35, close to 40 minutes, just trying to get down to I-20, but I think that should start to improve. Northbound, that has not improved. 75, 85 northbound, still battling the brake lights from Highway 166, Langford Parkway up past Peachtree, Pine Street. And now we got even more trouble on I-20 into DeKalb County, Sky Smith.
Yeah, we certainly do. We've got another stalled out vehicle, I-20 eastbound in the center lane before Sigmund Road. That's backing you up all the way to Evans Mill Road. Traffic's brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
By executive order from Rufus, the Findlay Roofing Chief Barking Officer, they're rolling over. Rolling out a $1,000 discount on your Findlay roof replacement. Hey, it's Dave Baker for the only roofer I answer the door for, Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Stop repairing the leaks and dragging your feet. Now is the best time to replace that old, leaky, haunted roof and save 1,000 bones. Findlay has replaced over 65,000 roofs locally. That's no trick. It's just high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Findlay goes the distance. They're the extra effort experts, making sure you have a remarkable roof replacement experience. Findlay also has 0% financing available, and for a limited time, you can save $1,000 on your roof replacement. Hurry, you need to shake on this deal by Halloween. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
It's BOGO week, so use your card for buy one, get one free deals on Kroger brand apple juice, Screamin' Sicilian pizza, and more participating items. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
John, my guy, look who it is. Been too long.
Hey, Taylor. Yeah, just trying to keep my head above water.
What's going on?
Well, the restaurant's bleeding. Back taxes are crushing me. IRS letters coming faster than drink orders.
Been there. I couldn't sleep for weeks. Then I called 5 Star Tax Help. Total game changer.
5 Star?
Yeah, they handled everything. Back taxes, penalties, payment plan. They've got seasoned tax attorneys who know exactly how to deal with the IRS. After 17 years, they're ranked #1 with Forbes and hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau.
Seriously? All right, I'm calling them now.
800-516-8408 or 5startaxhelp.com. The IRS doesn't wait.
Hi, this is Victor Latham, lead tax attorney at 5 Star Tax Help. If you're behind on taxes, don't wait. We've been solving tax problems for over 17 years. We're ranked #1 by Forbes, and we hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call us today at 800-516-8408 or visit 5startaxhelp.com. Let's get your peace of mind back before the IRS makes the next move.
Cheers, man. Next round's on me.
That is, if the IRS doesn't swipe it first.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News, weather,
Traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 6:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour is brought to you by the Lloyd Advisory Group. WSB's top local story, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens announces a new initiative today known as ATL Cares. It's aimed at helping residents who might be struggling because of the ongoing government shutdown, now in day 30. As part of the initiative, the city is going to suspend water shutoffs and evictions from city housing through the end of January.
No resident, none, should go hungry or wonder how they'll feed their family because of political gridlock.
The Atlanta Community Food Bank says as part of the effort, they plan to buy and distribute 6 million pounds of additional food over the next month. Travels through Asia and meetings with foreign leaders lead the president to decide he wants to increase nuclear weapons testing.
President Trump announces on social media that the U.S. will resume nuclear weapons testing. However, Georgia Tech professor and nuclear energy expert Anna Erickson says full-scale tests could send mixed diplomacy signals.
They actually against resuming tests. And Russia specifically stressed that it has not conducted explosive nuclear testing since the Soviet era.
The U.S. never ended subcritical testing, which looks into the mechanical performance and delivery system without the nuclear explosion. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
A new segment of the Atlanta Beltline has just opened on the west side.
Completion of Segment 5 of the Beltline's Northwest Trail inches the project closer to their goal of having 85% of the 22-mile loop finished in time for the World Cup next summer.
We are definitely on our way to making that happen.
Beltline President and CEO Clyde Higgs says this connects residents in Blandtown to a 7-mile stretch of the trail. Resident Yasmin Hyder says she's thrilled.
It connects us to opportunity, to recreation, and to each other.
With this opening, 13.5 miles of trail have been completed. In West Midtown, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Vice President J.D. Vance says more delays and issues at airports will happen if the government remains shut down. Speaking outside the White House, Vance says he's concerned about vital workers like air traffic controllers missing paychecks and losing them to another industry. The White House says today it's going to move some money around to make sure that the U.S. troops get paid tomorrow. Sean Diddy Combs is now in a federal prison to begin serving his sentence. The hip-hop mogul arrived at a New Jersey federal prison to serve the remainder of his 4-year sentence on 2 prostitution-related convictions.
Multiple sources tell ABC News he was transferred this morning from Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn to Federal Correction Institution in Fort Dix. It's the low-security facility requested by Combs' legal team because it offers a special drug treatment program. It could reduce time off his sentence.
Michelle Franzen reports Diddy's lawyers are still preparing an appeal. A former Metro Atlanta mayor who served federal time for theft is indicted for making false statements as he tries to run for office again. Jason Larry stole hundreds of thousands of dollars of COVID relief funds when he was mayor of Stonecrest. DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston says this summer, registering to vote and qualify for city council, Larry signed documents saying he's not a convicted felon.
If found guilty on these charges, they carry a maximum penalty of 25 years in prison and more than $100,000 in fines.
Larry was released from federal prison in February. Stirring words today at historic Big Bethel AME Church on Auburn Avenue, as many prominent Atlantans, including almost all of its living mayors, take part in the Soul of Atlanta Unity Rally. This event was a call to action after recent efforts to force cities like Atlanta to abandon diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Ambassador Andrew Young says embracing diversity is in Atlanta's DNA.
It's not a program. It's not a decision or congressional legislation. It's a way of life. And it's working so well. The only problems we have are the problems when we didn't rely on it.
Valerie Jackson, widow of former Mayor Maynard Jackson, whose name is on the world's busiest airport, says people must fight any efforts to rebuild barriers to opportunity and inclusion. Olive the ostrich and Naomi the zebra are joining the Savannah family at Zoo Atlanta. Now, before the pair get to keep their fellow zebras and ostrich company, curator of mammals Ken Harwood tells WSB there's a bit of a meet and greet.
What we call howdies. So we let them interact with each other through like a wall with a couple holes in it that they can smell each other, they can see each other.
Harwood hopes 2-year-old Naomi and 11-month-old Olive will be out in habitat with everybody else by December. 6:34, time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. WSB Triple Team Traffic coming your way this evening and starts off with Alex Williams.
Hey, Veronica, we're still watching the second stall of the afternoon, this time outbound that we told you about in DeKalb County, I-20 eastbound, just before Sigmund Road, exit number 7. 78 center lane block there, so that's keeping the ride slow back through Lithonia as you try to head out to Conyers. The West Freeway, I-20 east and westbound, tapping the brakes with all that merging madness between Fulton Industrial Boulevard and I-285. And not to be left out is still that slow ride through the heart of downtown Atlanta, Sky Smith.
Yeah, the southbound connector is definitely a slow roll through the city. You're seeing brake lights 75 southbound from Moores Mill Road. And from Georgia 400, it's still backed up at Lenox Road all the way down to I-20. Your northbound ride into the city is still packed just north of Highway 166, freeing up once you get past Georgia Tech. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast. Here is Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Clearing skies we head through this evening and overnight. Chilly by Friday morning, down to 42, some upper 30s in the suburbs. Mostly sunny with a high of 62, and then falling through the 50s under a clear sky for trick-or-treating Friday evening. For Saturday, low 40 in town, some mid to upper 30s in the suburbs. Mostly sunny with a high of 65. And now my 5-day forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Partly cloudy Monday, low 46, high 64. 20% chance of a few showers. Mostly sunny Tuesday, low 48, high 68. Recapping the forecast for this evening, under a clearing sky will be chilly, falling through the 40s. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
It's 51 degrees in Lithia Springs, 52 in Doraville, and 54 in Midtown Atlanta at 6:36. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
This is Governor Brian Kemp. Georgians are used to affordable, reliable energy because of the good work of our Public Service Commission. And as your commissioner, Fitz Johnson secured a 3-year Georgia Power rate freeze and made sure our state's growth isn't hitting your wallet. Fitz is keeping rates down and money in your pocket and standing against Democrats who want hardworking Georgians to pay over $800 more per year. Keep Fitz Johnson in the fight by voting early or on Election Day, November the 4th.
Georgians First Leadership Committee paid for this ad.
Does this sound like you, where every step or reach is a reminder of what hurts, a reminder of what you're not able to do and how far you've drifted from the life you used to have when you didn't feel that pain? Good news for you, because relief is closer than you think, and it doesn't have to come from a scalpel. What if it could come from you? It's Mark Aaron from my pals at QC Kinetics, where they tap into your body's own regenerative power using natural healing factors that help restore and repair damaged tissue, reduce inflammation, and relieve pain at its source. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery. And this Veterans Day, QC Kinetics is giving back to their heroes. Veterans will get $500 off their treatment, and for every non-veteran who starts care, QC Kinetics will donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project. A great time to book your free consultation. So call QC Kinetics today. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. Locations in Decatur, Lawrenceville, Sandy Springs, Marietta, Stockbridge, and Douglasville.
You know, in the new spirit of trying not to rant and rave, and I just want to lay stuff out there. And, you know, look, the record says most of the time I'm going to be right. I'm not always going to be right. Sometimes I'll be wrong. But the one that's opening up right now. So this story from a few weeks ago, Sam Altman at OpenAI says we're gonna add erotica to ChatGPT. You're going to be allowed to, I don't know, have your perfect lover or whatever. And then I would assume with images you can create your fantasy person or however it works. Now, the word erotica is, you know, it's porn. It's porn. It's
no,
how
it's
does it work?
Art.
It's yes. Yeah. Let's see. All porn. All porn. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I would say all porn is erotica, but all erotica is not porn.
Okay.
Right. So it's a very wide thing. Erotica. In reality, we know what's going to happen, and it's going to be porn. Now, I'm not here to moralize about that. I'm just to lay it out. Why is this happening now? Well, there was just a deal made. OpenAI changed their corporate structure so that now they go from, now they were a nonprofit, then there was like this purgatory middle way where they were kind of nonprofit, but they could do, now they can be a for-profit company. That's where they got, Microsoft is in with them for $135 billion. And so imagine this scenario, because I don't know this to be a fact, and it will take a little while to find out if I'm right or wrong. Now that they're a for-profit, let's assume that in a year or so, they want to go public on the stock market. And when you go public on the stock market, you want to have the highest valuation possible to do that. How do you get in 1 year exponentially more engagement from the public that makes your company look like it is growing like gangbusters? I would say, all of a sudden, starting this December, you can create your own porn. I should imagine that will boost the engagement, as they say, levels, and that in a year or so, this is going to look like one of the fastest growing companies in the world. Nothing supercharges it like porn or erotica. Again, I'm not moralizing about it, but don't fall for the phony baloney stories along the way. This is what they're doing. Nothing will create more engagement between now and when they go to the stock market than porn. I was watching Breaking Points, which is a good show. I don't agree with them all the time, but it's a good it's a good show. And they were talking about this kind of stuff. And it really is, what's behind all of this tech stuff is just trying to make the people at the top more and more billions of dollars. And you have to look at it that way. Do not buy the BS about how this is going to, oh, you're going to have a helper. It's going to make your life so much easier because the computer booked your airline tickets instead of you taking.
It might loosen you up a little bit if it's that kind of helper.
Huh?
If it's that kind of helper, it might loosen you up a little bit.
Are you talking about like the erotica?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
She cheated on me.
So they were talking about some kind of, so in some kind of thing, Breaking Points found this, that Sam Altman was asked some question or whatever, but so they put out in their thing, there's 600 million people on the planet that have engaged with OpenAI. And they have a problem with these chatbots suddenly, like somebody will ask about, suicide and stuff, and it like encourages them. And in his response was, it's only 1%. But 1% is a million people. You're getting into a economy of scale here. And that might sound good to you. If you were like, hey, I am worried about that. It's like, oh, don't worry about it. It's only 1%. 1% is a million people asking about suicide with their Chat GPT things. And it's such an easy thing that, well, it's only 1%. What are we going to stop all of this growth? What are we going to, all these great benefits for everybody? And I'm not saying that we do have to stop all the growth or anything like that. What I'm saying is, don't give me a phony baloney thing. We're doing stuff. We have guardrails that, no, you don't. Just be honest with people. 1 million people asking about suicide is not going to stop us from gaining the profit that we know is coming to us in the next 10 or 15 years. Just be honest. Because that's some of the worry that people have when adding porn, erotica, and then you really, there's no relationship in life like that kind of relationship. If you and how many people out there, again, I want to give credit to Breaking Points because this is where, how many people out there are on the edge mentally? And we're going to start having them start talking to bots all the time, giving them advice about their life, what they should do, what's next. I'm not saying stop all of it. I don't think you can. But I'm not going to act like real conversations about this stuff are going on when they're not. When a person at the top of a corporation says, well, it's only 1%. That's 1 million people. Now, who knows what 1% of the engagement will be in 10 years? But that's all I'm asking. And some people are like, well, what do you want? Do you want legislation? I'm just saying what I want is I want for people to understand or take an interest and what is happening in the world they're living in right now. And it's not the fairy tale that the people at the top of these corporations, I saw a thing today, there's something like, I think a 27% or growth in billionaires in America in the last year, something along those lines. Now, I've always been sort of a Austrian school of economics kind of person. It's not a zero-sum game. The pie grows. It's not like that. But look around. More than 1,000 billionaires are in the United States. And they represent like 43% of the billionaire money that's in the world. The pie's not growing. We can see that. So if the pie is growing and you're minting a bunch of new billionaires, that's perfectly fine, because it's part of what they're investing and what they're doing that's helping to grow the pie. And if they're growing the pie, then they're going to get the rewards at the end. Nothing wrong with that. As long as the pie is growing, if you're creating new billionaires and the billionaires you have are becoming multi and more multi-billionaires, it's fine so long as the pie is growing, because the pie is growing, which means other people have a chance and opportunities they wouldn't have had before. Who's going to argue that the American economic pie is growing right now? Yet we are getting more. If the pie's not growing and you're getting more billionaires and the billionaires you have are just getting richer and richer, then it becomes something close to a zero-sum game. The money's coming from the people and through all kinds of subscriptions, the everything. And even way more nefarious than that, behind-the-scenes deals that are going on with the White House and all of that. And I'm not a Marxist. I'm just saying, how is it possible that that people in the middle are being squeezed like hell, but the people on top are just getting richer and richer and richer? Are you going to argue to me, good old-fashioned pre-MAGA Republican, are you going to argue to me that the pie is growing and it's okay? I'd love to hear it, because I don't see the pie growing. I see theft. I see theft from the government taking it from people that don't have it. And I see theft all over and when you're using psychological means to get people hooked to products, I'm going to put that in the category of, well, that's a good way to rob that bank. And that's theft. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 285 South in Tucker.
Yeah, Eric, we saw the delays, knew something had to be there, and we found it on the jam cam. Second right lane block, 285 southbound, the inner loop. Highway 29 to Lawrenceville Highway, keeping you slow back up into Doraville as you try to come down from Peachtree Boulevard and Buford Highway. Over on the west side, slowest part of that's 285 west, the outer loop, leaving Sandy Springs, approaching I-75 in Cobb. You're tapping the brakes again from South Cobb Drive down to I-20. And still watching trouble on I-20, the East Freeway, Sky Smith.
Yes, we still have that stalled out vehicle I-20 eastbound in the center lane before Sigmund Road, backing you up to Evans Mill Road. Police are on the scene, so use caution as you approach. This report is sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It doesn't have to be like this. You don't have to put up with it.
Shutting down the ramp from 285 east.
You don't have to sit in it.
It takes almost 30 minutes to go 400 south.
And you don't have to look at your phone to get out of it.
It is Atlanta traffic, and getting you out of it is what we do best.
We had a lot going on this morning through Henry County.
Updated traffic as often as you need it from local traffic reporters 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It's a jackknife tractor trailer.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB.
How Atlanta gets there.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now. 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Well, they said it was fixed, but was it? When TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling say it's fixed, it's really fixed. That's part of how they love your home. Hey, it's Chris Chandler, and these are the folks I trust in my home because of their attention to detail, expertise, and a job done right the first time. And to back it up, TE Certified offers a lifetime workmanship warranty.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to Medi-Share, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they're paying for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up and the cost of healthcare, Medi-Share has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Just apply by October 31st, and they'll waive your new member fee. You're saving $100 right off the bat. That's just the start. Obviously, the typical family saves up to $500 a month after making the switch. And Medi-Share is a Christian community that shared more than $9 billion in medical bills over the years. It's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second. If you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings too. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Story here that says that night light in your bedroom, it could be raising your heart attack risk. And it says 42% higher risk of heart attack compared to sleeping in darkness, sleeping with the lights on. Now, maybe this is true, but I think we should ask the question: how many monster attacks are averted?
Yeah, plenty.
They got to, because let's figure out here what's more deadly. If you have the lights off, that means that monster under your bed is more likely to reveal itself.
And you can't prove the negative, so they really got you by the short and curly.
These monsters, they know what they're doing, these monsters. All right, very quickly, this is kind of funny. I don't know. It's the president. He's on Air Force One. He's giving a little impromptu press conference, and there's a lot of choppy weather. They're
leaving Asia.
There's turbulence going on. And if you look at this on visual, by the way, J.D. Vance, his face gets bounced into the picture and then back out of the picture like 3 times. It looks like somebody did it as an edit, but it's just because there's so much turbulence.
Discuss basically, these are rough winds in Asia. I must tell you, this is a rough flight. We could have waited an hour maybe. This is a little tough These are tough conditions for interviews. You know, they're going to be watching Trump. They're going to say, he didn't look too good. He's got the shakes. I don't have the shakes, but people are going to think I do.
You're pretty solid.
So Ukraine.
I got the DTs. Donald Trump's.
I haven't touched gold in
Look,
48 hours.
If I don't breathe gold, touch gold, look at gold, or whatever, I get the DTs.
That video is nothing compared to those hurricane hunters that are flying through the eye wall of Hurricane
Yeah, but they're
Melissa.
asking for it.
I know, but like the video, like they usually show the outside.
Well, they're
of the
not the
cockpit.
president.
Yeah.
I guess that's true, Mr. President.
Asian wind.
But when you see like the inside of the cockpit, I mean, it's unbelievable how much these pilots are
No, I
moving
know.
around.
I can't believe one. There's never been one that's gone down that I've ever heard
I
of,
don't
right?
think- not that
They
I
just
can think
fly
of.
through these hurricanes.
DJT, you got to go through one of those.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were Donald Trump.
All right, me and Tim and George Clark are going to see Steve Hackett, so we're gonna get the hell out of here.
Genesis.
Buddy Hackett?
Yeah, Buddy Hackett.
No. Steve,
Whoa,
this is
wacky, whoa.
his son, Steve Hackett, who is
Oh, okay, cool.
with the old Genesis prog rock. It's gonna be a night of prog rock. I'm looking forward to it. All right, that music's telling us two things: shut the hell up, get the hell out. We're gonna do that. No Shelley Winter tonight. We got the coaches show next. Then after that, it's Hondo, Ringo, and the All Stars.
That's right.
We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genius.